If I was to read this, I want to know.
No.
Okay. Because
But
the last
the funny thing
episode
is, I heard somebody chewing gum right now. I heard something that sounded like gum. Was that just someone clapping their mouth?
I don't know, but somebody specifically messaged me and said, "Tell them to stop chewing gum."
Oh, that was probably. Well, it could. I put 80% is probably me last week.
I would put 200%.
They 100% knew it was you.
All right. We got Alexis, Tati, Kiara, Darshi, Jasmine. Now, what did that sound like? Did that sound like a DMX song?
Sound like you saying girls.
Maybe like what these bitches want from a nigga, perhaps?
Yeah.
No, these are just Duke Dennis's confirmed baby moms.
Yo, he's built different.
Who knew that this man had baby mothers? No. I don't think you understand. Because first of all, shout
found
out
out today.
Oh, you didn't know
That he hadn't many, or
like right now you found out like this soliloquy?
No, I mean earlier today I saw it. And
I found out in this soliloquy.
Oh, well, there you go.
Okay, but do you understand like the thirst for him though out there in like the streets? Like the women are going crazy for him.
What do you mean for Duke Dennis?
Yes, on Kai, a part of Kai Cenat's team. No. What do you mean?
What do you mean the women are going crazy for Duke Dennis?
Well, he has 8 baby mothers, so that means
That doesn't mean the ladies are going crazy for him.
that gives us some sort of sign.
No, it doesn't.
All right,
You've never seen a busted man with a baby mom?
with 8.
Well, I think how many did I name? How many did I
he
name
rich?
here? I don't know. He's one of the streamers on.
Well,
Kai
he's
Cenat's
getting
business.
bread. That's for sure.
Yeah,
We're not
yeah.
gonna. No, I mean he's getting bread, not bread.
I
bread.
saw a clip the other day, bro.
No, but I want to say this though.
I just have to see what the woman looked like.
I saw one that
baby
ended the baby. She so bad to say, but she looked pretty good. Okay, but here, why don't you listen?
Yeah, give it to us.
I'm about to say something crazy. Can't now.
I want to see it.
Can't now.
It's over. It's over now. Let's see. Let me zoom in. You know what I'm saying?
Zoom.
All right,
zoom.
true. Yeah,
But these are alleged. Anyway.
True. Oh yeah. Oh no, she didn't.
They're not even. We don't even know
I mean, who's to say, right?
them.
The internet is. I only heard one woman speak. All right, send me my phone.
No, they're all pretty.
They would be the one to say.
I mean, one is that's their mugshot. Lord,
Yeah, one of them's in prison apparently.
she
Yo, don't take off the headphones and pat your head
she
down.
will. But you could tell she's pretty though. Like she beat ass. She beat a nigga ass.
You know, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yo, but they're pretty mad. I mean, come on.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
They're not bust downs.
I think that the women have gotten back their get back this week in the headlines compared to.
Oh no!
Remember when?
I know you're about to.
Remember when we were doing the apology? Or sorry, when I was doing the apology because I'm the resident enamored by women person.
Trivelle gave you that stamp of approval.
I did.
The women are getting a get back because this one of them actually like tore him a new one. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen,
Oh wow!
make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe.
Like, comment, subscribe on
go
all
by the name
platforms.
Right? Yeah.
On all platforms: Instagram, TikTok, and of course, YouTube
for sure,
YouTube.
most definitely. This is You Might Want to Sit Down for This. I go by the name of Express, aka DJ XP, and if we keep going down, we have.
My name is Trivelle.
Oh no, I'm not going down. But my name is everything.
What does that even mean?
I mean, I'm not going down. You know what I mean? Like I'm not going down. I don't. It's only up for me.
Yeah. Oh, okay. It's only up for you.
I only want positivity around me. If you guys start talking about, yo, are you down? No.
Saying that during Pride Month is crazy.
Like a hooker on holiday went down too early.
Okay, I like that.
It's true.
I like that.
I mean, I never. All right, never mind.
This is episode 87.
88, 89, 2000. Oh no, that's not how it goes. Go ahead.
89. Oh, you're talking about years.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
First of all, how is everybody doing?
Taking a rough life easy.
Oh, okay. We're
anytime
back to-
Trevelle's not wearing socks, that's when
Socks are here, by the way.
well,
Yeah, they're just a little-
the shoe has said no. You don't have socks.
Socks are here.
No, the shoe said no socks.
Socks are here.
Even though the socks are there, probably sliding down. You trying to pull it back up. I know those ones. I know. I very much remember those ones. Those church socks. You know when you used to wear church socks and and they be slide like, bro, why are you sliding in these shoes? Like, bro, it's not a fun
It's
thing.
to get ready for the Holy Spirit.
The slick eyes.
And what that meant,
My tech bro look.
Yes, exactly.
I got you.
Well, that's a good shirt you got on there. Shout out Prince, Purple Rain.
Shout out Prince.
I had one of those.
With like one or what?
That shirt.
You had this shirt?
Yeah.
This very shirt.
Yeah.
No, with the design. I don't know if it's that fabric.
No, it's not that fabric. It's that exact shirt.
Oh.
Just the premier fabric.
Just
version.
not the
For me, the fabric makes all the
like
difference.
not the sleek. You know what I mean?
For me, the fabric makes.
Wait, the content doesn't make the difference? Like,
No, he'd wear something that says
No, because
boo, but then as long as it's nice, he'll be like, yeah.
there are shirts that
feels
have
good.
incredible graphic displays.
Yeah.
But if the fabric isn't going to fit right on my body, I can't do it.
Oh, okay, that's a different story.
okay,
He's
okay,
talking
okay.
about the fit.
so you'd
Fabric
wear like
is-
yeah.
Fabric informs fit.
So you'd wear cashmere,
No, but there's exactly. Go ahead.
a
Say it.
cashmere sweater that says Heil Hitler on it.
No. There are certain messages I don't stand behind.
Oh,
Like,
okay. Just yeah,
no,
and you
man,
know what?
keep it down.
Shout out to Kanye because he did something very interesting about that. But we'll get to that into the rest of the music spiel.
What did he do? Take it down.
He switched the lyrics.
Is hail who God?
It's hallelujah.
It's all, you know.
Okay.
He said his daughter FaceTimed
All
him
my
and he loves
niggas,
Jesus
something.
again.
All my niggas. What is it?
Wait. Hold on. Oh, we can't go there
All
already.
my niggas spiritual nigga. Hallelujah. Or all my niggas. All my niggas getting it. I can't remember. I wrote it down.
So wait, he can't change his mind?
Nigga, hallelujah. But you know what's funny?
Christianity is all about forgiveness.
Why do you guys always look at me when you say these things?
But it's true.
Because you're the
You
contrarian.
guys are also Christians.
No, I agree. That's why I
It's time you guys say, man, you guys are also Christians.
wait, but
Yeah,
that's
but
but
I'm a
I don't
different.
but
I don't know why I keep getting. Look here,
No,
I'm
because
proud.
you-
I'm proud. I love my Jesus.
No, but-
I'm
built
proud.
different.
No,
But
because
y'all be saying something and look at me like y'all not Christian.
No, because
honestly, check your heart.
No, because the way you judge.
I don't judge
He's Aaron.
nobody.
His name is Aaron.
How can I judge anybody? I'm friends with y'all.
No. You could be friends with us.
Hey,
You
bars.
could pause. But
How can I be?
wait. What?
Exactly. You've never ever put me on a record. Why are we friends?
Wait, when I was ready to do that, you didn't want to do music anymore. I
Right.
went on one of your records, did I not?
Yeah.
And then when it was time,
the one time I was on, the one time you let me on, I was on an intro. First of all, that was fire. Thank you.
you're on two.
I was on the
Intro and
intro.
outro.
I was on the intro and the outro. I appreciate that.
And
I
that
love
was an important EP for me during the pandemic times.
brother. I'm showing appreciation.
No, but now but you're shitting on me and showing appreciation.
I'm trying to go
It's
bar
the
for
real way.
bar, y'all. Honestly, I'm trying to get up there and spit bars. That's what I need. I need a 16.
Oh, that's all you need is a 16. That's it.
musically.
Depending on the theme and the thematics of the track.
What kind of? You know what? Let's cut the bullshit. What kind of track do you want to go on?
Let's get the theme.
No,
Bro,
because-
any-
No, we talked about this. We know what
Bro,
kind of
any-
track he would go
any,
on.
I'll go on any.
I don't know. I don't know what his. I
I'll
don't know
go
what
on
his
any.
cadence
Heartbroken.
is like right now.
No, I'll go on any. I can go heartbroken talk. I can go like
No,
I'm a
slick talk,
producer. Cut the crap. I want to know what kind of cadence.
I'm telling you
and tempo.
No,
of the
I'm
beat.
telling you
whatever
what
the
it
music
is.
calls for. I have to hear what he's doing.
I'm
and
telling
we'll
you
come
what
there.
it is. We're not doing no record without doing the heartbreak record first. It's just what it is. I know too much.
Oh,
I've seen
okay.
too much. It's the only thing that can occur because I was there for some of it. So I need that. I need that relatability in the song and be like, "Yo, I was there, bro,"
Yeah.
or like, "Yo, remember when we hours of conversation? Remember when she and this was
Yeah.
And he seen some of." And then when he discovered some of this, I was
Yeah.
going, and he didn't, he
Yeah.
couldn't believe. And then
That's
Shorty
fair.
tried to get money from it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's fair.
That's until that's there. I don't want to hear nothing but nothing else.
And I also would like to say that to the people out there, you're talking about someone who is a current artist, someone who makes music as well, and someone who produces. So no, I want to say that because sometimes people come on these podcasts and come on these things and they start having opinions and it's based in absolute nothing. Like they're just talking because they want to talk. But we're talking from at least somewhat of a musical, area. So we're not completely talking anally speaking.
No,
you know
just
what I mean?
just for a callback from one of our listeners, we're not fully into our Dunn's Kruger. Remember that? Remember when somebody?
Oh, yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
Was it Dunning's Kruger?
Dunning's.
Yeah,
Dunning's
shout
Kruger.
you up, man. Keep writing more bullshit for me.
No, we love
That's
that.
what I'm saying. Keep writing more bullshit for me. I like
Right.
it. I like it.
But I wanted to start off. Let's start off with some local news. Is funny.
Oh wow, are we turning into a news broadcast?
Yes.
Dun,
Starting
dun,
with
dun,
the
dun,
local
dun. Wait, let me do
news.
the music for you. Dun, 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 dun. I'm stealing
That's
it. Dun, 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 dun,
Jurassic
dun,
Park.
dun, 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 dun. Yo, you remember when that beat came out?
Yeah.
That shit, Joe. That was one of the greatest things I ever heard growing up.
I think that was when
Real
hip hop
shit.
wasn't
All right,
sampling
real talk.
properly.
Honestly,
Was that better than
yes.
Oh wow.
the NBC sample? Do you remember that?
Yeah,
who sampled that one?
I don't remember. I heard it on one of your mixtapes.
Then I'm gonna go with Jurassic Park.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh.
So I don't know who. I thought you made it.
Oh wait, maybe. Wait, no. Because you're talking about
Is that coming back because those guys are going to NBC possibly?
I think they are bringing it back.
No, they're going to ESPN.
I thought, but I heard him say both. Oh, but we're skipping.
Yeah, let's not skip.
We're skipping with no ropes.
I wanted to start with shouting out one of the math-based music groups, Division, because they have inked a new deal with none other than the illustrious
Sending Ferrari in the Jaguar, switching for a lane, top down, screaming out, money ain't a thing.
Jermaine Dupri. Jermaine Dupri has a So Def deal, which is going through a distribution called Hype or something along those lines.
It's called Hype?
HYBE, something along those lines.
True.
Jermaine Dupri, he talked about how when he worked with them, he knew that they were something special. And he did work and executive produce on the last album, which
he did.
Some people had some issues with its resulting quality or whatever, but that's neither here nor there because that's opinion, to be honest with you. But
thank you,
Jermaine Dupri, someone who has been entrusted with some of the greatest voices in R&B music and writers, deciding to put them, the producer artist duo, under his wing is not to be taken, lightly, because that is Jermaine Dupri. We're not going to do this thing that people in the culture are doing where they start discounting people that have put in so much blood, sweat, equity into their craft and being a part of so many things, and you just get to be like, mid, trash, it's all right, it's not really good. No, Jermaine Dupri is that dude, and he's doing something really dope, actually, before I even get back to that. He's doing like a documentary about the Atlanta strip club scene. I think Drake is one of the executive producers on it or part of it, and he's been getting a bunch of new Atlanta artists and ones that are not really active to make music for it. So he's been filming it on his Instagram and Twitter and things like that. And I actually commented, I'm like, yo, I don't think you understand what you're doing about filming this thing that is really inspiring to artists. And he responded and actually said some shit back. He's like, no, I'm doing it for you people like that really understand. Like he's there with like bringing back like Roscoe Dash, but then he's also in there with like Ludacris, and then he's there with T.I. and 2 Chainz and all these people. So I think that's really dope. But anyway, I think it's really important that there's a distinction to be made, because I know one of the things people are going to say. Let's not bury the fluff here. We're gonna be like, oh my gosh, that's an artist that was not successful under the Drake regime. Here we go.
Are people saying that?
Of course. That's one of the loud detractors that is being spoken out there.
They probably never heard Body Smile.
They probably never seen a show of him or seen a video footage, content. Never been to a party where
you said him, right?
Them.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Well, yeah, but we're seeing. But if you go to show, you're mostly going to see him.
I get it, but like, let's.
I know.
Yeah,
I was talking stage presence.
I want to bring up something though.
Bring it up,
because
of course you do.
In music,
yeah,
there is a difference, because we can go down the list of artist-led labels that have not been really successful in whatever their main goal was, which is to obviously create the next superstar or what have you. You look at, Rockefeller, which had a great run, but then ego and all these different things ultimately broke it down, right? Then you have Good Music, which is a child of Rockefeller, which had a lot of bright moments.
So wouldn't you credit that to Rockefeller too, though? I wouldn't cut. Huh?
No.
It's a fruit of the tree, but not direct.
Do you credit Cash Money with Young Money?
Yes.
Or do you give Young Money its own flowers for being its own thing?
Wait.
No,
I give
both.
2
It's
flowers.
connected.
That's what I'm saying.
It's the flower.
I don't go, this is nothing, and then this is this.
Okay.
But I think, but I just wanted to say this before I pass it to you guys. I think there is a difference between when you're just an artist in your brain, like Ludacris or T.I. Because when you think about the artists that they had and how far they ended up going, when you look at B.O.B. or you look at Bobby Valentino, and I'm talking about when they were under those guys, it doesn't go as far or feel as catered to if you compare it to like Yo Gotti, with Glorilla or with Moneybagg Yo or JD, who is, yes, he's a rapper and an artist, but he's really a producer, which is why he was able to do Crisscross, why he's able to do Usher, why he's able to work with all these people. I think if you're too...
Didn't you do Bow Wow? Am I crazy?
Bow Wow.
Yes.
So you understand? So I think there's a little ego thing involved, and not a subconscious, deliberate ego thing. But I think if you're too, you need to be in the front. There's always going to be something that's going to be lacking from, even with Ross. And, like Ross was like a hybrid because Wale and Meek Mill,
because he's a producer. I mean, he's an executive producer
because of his ear and how he can visualize records, and it doesn't necessarily have to be.
And he's wrote for people, so he has that.
So yeah, I think there's a difference. So I think some people just think, oh, this artist, he's just using all these people. But sometimes the best thing that an artist can do for you, an artist president, is to let you go, because you didn't hear Division online saying, yo, this nigga won't let me out the contract, you know what I'm saying? We out here, yo, we don't like this shit. Like, no, that's not gonna happen, because sometimes an artist goes, you know what? Yeah, I can see how letting someone else take the reins would be better for your career, and I want you to win. Some people don't think like that, and that's new business kind of thinking. And some people don't really care about you doing well. They just want to, suffocate you. So I think that should be commended, to be honest with you. So they're not really they're not independent, but I guess that deal is not a major situation in terms of major label, but it's a major powerhouse behind it. So shout out to them
for sure
putting themselves, because people were asking, like, where have these guys been musically in a while? And they're like, yo, we've been cooking this up and getting our, business in order and things like that. So I think that's really dope. And doesn't really happen common. It's a lot of times it's people online complaining about how they were not given the opportunity. Yo, this nigga's holding me up in my deal. But that did not happen. So shout outs to them in that situation and their new endeavors.
Can we ask a different question?
Yeah.
So Division's out from under Drake, right?
Out from OVO Sound / Warner, yeah.
Yeah. Did any of those two people recoup OVO Sound or Warner on Division?
Well, I guess a couple of questions would be, is how much were they signed for, and what the terms of their deal was, because that's going to differ for every artist, right?
Because I think some of the people that say, well, I can't get out the deal, is because I probably spent a lot of money
and didn't get
on getting you on, and I haven't gotten my ROI yet. So no, you can't go. Division was to me, when I think about the money spent, I think about like the big acts that say, "Oh, I can't get on my deal," are the acts that when they hit was on every radio station, they're on every billboard, they're on every banner. So I'm thinking a lot of money went into you.
Okay, that's what you're saying.
So no, you can't go.
That's what you mean. So they've made the label a lot of money, but also
he's talking about that they didn't. But he's talking about that they didn't.
Yet. You had artificial purchased buzz,
but
you didn't turn that into real buzz. So no, you can't go. Who was it? I think was it Designer? Designer couldn't get out from Good Music for a bit. Am I crazy with that?
No, I believe that there was some turmoil with that.
There was turmoil.
Designer couldn't get out. Who's the Turn It Up on a Tuesday? That kid.
I Love McConan.
I Love McConan. He couldn't get out from OVO Sound, right?
Yeah,
but it probably cost us a lot to get you.
Yeah,
and then you didn't follow up with a record. No, you can't go.
Follow up, yeah.
No, you can't go. But because if you hit anywhere, I want my money back.
Yeah.
There are some labels though
Division,
that
you can go. I signed you. It probably wasn't that much. I gave you some tour dates here and there.
Or
also, yeah.
Division didn't get no big promo like that. For me to think that it was a lot to recoup on now.
Yeah, but I mean, well, they're not spending much on production because they're the ones doing their own stuff.
Shout out 1985.
Studio, so that's a big chunk of where you save money. But the thing with some of these labels,
not for the label, for the artist, because the artist will submit. The producer, there's a budget. I know, but if you just that those guys are eating it twice.
If you give me a budget and 40% is for recording, and we don't need that, we're gonna just hold that. We're gonna hold that money and use it for other things.
You think that they had the business sense to know, let's not take the money?
Possibly.
Well,
with 1985
is an in-house producer for OVO. Like he's created a lot of music for Drake. So I think the equity and the belief in what they do.
A lot of times it's relationship that you have with the label, yo. Like sometimes, like some people have a great relationship with whoever's the head at the label. Yes, some people do.
Relationship matters after
But
I recoup.
but the missing information here is we don't know.
Yeah,
what
that's what I'm saying. We don't know.
We don't.
We don't know what the number
No,
is.
the fact that they left, I think that the label probably recouped on them. I think it was probably good business. But I
there's
just
some
don't want
people that
to
don't
vilify the artists that are like, oh, I can't get
I
out.
don't
You can't get out because we haven't recouped on you.
Right, but-
wait, XP. Have we not seen the situations where they have recouped, but the label don't want them to? They don't want them to grow somewhere else because they're making a lot of money.
Yeah,
they're making that money. We're not letting you go. We keeping that money.
UMG doesn't want to.
Yeah, what are we talking about? What are we talking about?
No,
These
but
guys don't want.
UMG doesn't want to let Drake go, but
So they make people re-up and have five more albums after their last album deal.
At Drake's level, do you know he's not under capture? He's negotiating and getting a fair market value that he's negotiated for his services.
They don't want him to go.
There are other artists that are under capture. I agree there are some artists under capture.
Yeah, there is.
Division, I don't think was one of them. I think they cut good business. Drake, I don't think you can't be the biggest artist in the world and you're under capture. I'm signing a deal. At some point, do I think, man, I should have signed for more? Yeah, but then negotiate next time, and you had good enough lawyers that said your deal length is probably only 2-3 years or 4 or 5 projects.
There's some artists that made the label back money and they signed back contracts and that's why they're still there.
Correct.
Yeah, because you signed it.
I know,
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
the
So
onus is
they
being put
did
on.
make the label back the money, but the label goes,
Not on the second one.
although you made me money,
Not on the second one, you took more money.
this contract says this.
Not on the second one, you took more money.
I mean, I know that's the thing.
I just think that without knowing how much,
Can I ask you a random question?
Yeah.
Is Bobby V like the biggest from DTP out of Luda?
because you have
Titty Boy.
Chingy,
Wouldn't it be Titty Boy?
Titty Boy. Well, the duo.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not.
duo, 'cause that was when they were playing
yeah,
Circle.
Yeah. I'm not. It's
Right.
not 2 Chainz.
Bobby Valentino, Player Circle, Shauna.
It has to be V, no?
Bobby
Because
Valentino.
he's the only one that continues to still go. Like I see him like on tours today,
But-
like in front of many people all the
Absolutely.
time.
Absolutely.
And does he have more classic records outside of Ludacris and everybody else? That's like
Chingy had.
does he have more than him? I don't know.
Chingy has the bigger one. Bobby V probably has the volume.
Yeah, because he has the album.
Okay, so
he has
let's
the
talk-
album.
so-
Because Chingy doesn't. Is Chingy's album considered? I think Bobby V, that album with those records, all of the same.
Where Tim and Bob were
Yeah.
creating a new genre of R&B.
Jesus.
Well, let's see. Let's take a look. When we talk about Chingy,
Because I know Chingy had.
the song
I'm
is,
a ball of
you know what's funny? That's the song. That's the song. Okay. Oh my gosh, Chingy, One Call Away.
That was a big. Yo.
Oh my God.
Wait,
Jason
but wait, but
Weaver.
wait.
Oh God.
Now,
Okay, so but what I'm talking about
I only
is
started with one.
I'm talking about records that they'll play today.
That plays.
I'll
when
play
they
that
do
right
the-
now. I'll
No,
play that right
you
now.
personally.
I'll play that right now.
Are you
Give him
playing?
some-
Wait, today.
I'll give him 30 cents from Spotify right now.
Are you
Play what he
playing
said.
that? Are you
0.008
playing that
cents,
over?
but yes.
Slow down. I just
No.
wanna get-
No.
Depends on the vibe. Okay.
You know-
if you play Slow Down, I just want to get to know you in a group of anything other than women, I'm questioning you.
So wait, One Call Away.
Then
You're
question me.
gonna play that with Mandem with you? What? You can roll with me? You want to be with niggas?
You want to be with men's?
You want to be with mans them?
Okay, hold on. Let me just give you his
I
top
don't
four.
want to do that. Maybe not me.
Let me
That's
give
not
you his
for me.
top four.
Yeah.
So
Chingy-
One Call Away.
Yes.
And then obviously.
Do what you do.
And
the way
then,
you
I
did
love
that
this song.
right there.
and then.
That's his song?
I don't remember that
Pulling
song.
me back.
Oh,
me
with
back,
Tyrese.
With Tyrese.
That's his song?
Every night and night and gold and again.
Yeah, why did
pulling me back,
Tyrese make it seem like it was his?
Because it's too good.
He never made it seem like it was his. It's just the way Tyrese hits his hooks.
That doesn't make. He sounds like I was mine.
That's
Yeah,
why
like-
we gotta
Like he was going too off. He was going too crazy.
Oh.
No, let the man have his song.
Listen, and if we're gonna sample,
People forget because of the acting. Tyrese's music career.
He's
Come on,
What do you mean?
That's
What do you mean? They're back. They're back. They're back with the TG.
TGT.
Yeah, but I
TGT.
listened to The Rock on that. I just heard the biggest pile of dog shit.
No, but the Rock was lying. The Rock's
That
lying.
Rock was being the Rock. He was doing a
Yeah,
promo,
the Rock's
right?
lying. It's okay.
Okay, and
We're not playing. We're not playing with
Steaming
Tank.
pile. But
Genuine.
I don't think he actually liked it.
He's lying.
I
No,
know,
he's
but
lying.
who knows?
He's lying, man. He's an actor
And he's a wrestler.
and the
But
biggest
they had beef at
actor.
that time. They had real beef
They
at
had
that
real
time.
beef.
I know,
So-
but he's also had beef
in
with
beef-
He had beef with Vin Diesel too.
People don't tell the truth in beefs. You know that.
Yeah, come
They
on,
don't.
man.
They don't. They never be honest and be like, "Yo, that track you did was dope," but fuck you still. Why can't people do that? Like you
can't.
don't have to be like you're trash. Like anyway, and then anyway, the fourth song is What you doing? Nothing, chilling at the Holiday Inn. What's it doing?
Sorry, he's speaking about
that
was a good song.
He's bigger
But that's
about
not.
These are 5.
He said 4.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's four. So let's go. Bobby Valentino. I have title, so it doesn't. Wow, Bobby Womack showed up, which is another great artist.
Cross.
But Bobby Valentino. Oh, wait,
There's gonna be 3 big ones, but I don't know what the 4th one's gonna be.
okay,
One. I'll tell you. Well, one of them is taking out 2 of those records.
you already
so
saw
go
my
ahead.
mouth start. Yeah, my mouth already started doing this.
He's out of here. Yo, V's out of here. Are you crazy? They play that today.
Yeah, because they. Yeah.
That's today. In the R&B parties and all this stuff. That song is all the girls scream. That's it.
Yeah,
That's
they're
it.
calling for the police.
They're calling for.
Yes.
That's it. That's V. That's 2. That's 2
Yeah,
points.
yeah.
That's 2 points on that joint.
That's a big one.
That's a hit, bro. That's 2 joints. That's 2.
Then obviously you
God
have.
damn.
Then obviously you have Slow Down.
Of course, and do one of the greatest beats ever. Say the title. One of the greatest beats I heard my whole life. That's one of the greatest beats I've fucking ever heard. I hear that. I get chills when I hear that beat, yo. Sometimes I randomly play that beat to myself. Just
Hold on, we're not done.
I know he's not done. Go ahead.
on.
No, he said he was done with 3.
Then-
Go
I thought he
ahead.
was done.
So that's Tell Me and Slow Down.
All right, let's do it.
And that's 2. And he got 2.
It's probably him.
Then he has. Wait, what song is Beep 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 Beep?
Oh,
He's out of here.
Wait, hold on.
He's out of here.
Hold on.
Give me some.
Hold on. There's one more.
I'm sorry.
There's one more,
I was really wrong.
and I'm gonna do the beatboxing for this.
He's beat. Oh my God. You don't remember? When it comes down, when it's time, when it's time, lady or daddy, oh, it's satisfied. When it comes down, when it comes down, one step, I took 2 back. Anything close, there's none.
All right.
That's a fact.
We're good, but you guys are glazing that song a bit too much. That's not better. That's not better than the other 4.
I want to know. I just want to be anonymous.
That's actually a really good question.
Yo, what
This
is
is
it?
a great record, but it's not.
This is a
Chingy
good
has a better
matchup.
4 than that 4.
What?
I don't know. No,
Is that
because
He
4?
just named 5.
Was that 5 or
And
4?
Chingy,
That was
we
5?
gave
No,
4.
I didn't give the 5th Chingy song.
Yeah, what was the 5th
Oh, it
Chingy?
depends what the 5th Chingy song is.
Say the 5th
fine,
Chingy
so
song.
let me look.
There we
Let me
go.
look.
This is
This is
it.
gonna be
Chingy.
This is gonna
Bobby.
decide it. Those falling at home. This is gonna decide it.
Wait. Pulling me back. Okay, did it.
Don't say a song twice.
Oh, wait. It's Chingy. I'll tell you why it's Chingy.
Say it.
Chingy song.
It's Chingy in a certain context because here's one. Oh, I like that.
Come on,
Over
I
any,
like that.
that's not over any of the songs
No,
he
but
just
we're
said a
just talking
V.
about-
Whoa.
Hold on.
That's
Are you
not
crazy?
over. Bro, that
Hold
is
on.
not over any of the Bobby V songs. What are we talking about?
Baller, baby.
All right. That song is better than
Wait.
is better than Baller. What are we doing?
Hold on, there's another
All we
one.
said was who's bigger
Oh my
out
God.
of
Today,
Ludacris
today.
today. That was
Okay,
my
okay,
question.
okay.
And I
Okay.
see Bobby V everywhere. Now I starting to see Chingy come out and
Yes.
start running around, which I
He
like.
also had them jeans.
Oh my God. Who has them jeans?
Chingy.
Which one is that?
Yeah, I think it's like
The only them jeans
Yo,
we know
fuck
is
these
genuine.
ads.
What?
Genuine.
the only genuine.
You don't remember them jeans with Jermaine Dupri on the production?
Yes,
Yo, don't just try to throw Jermaine Dupri just because you're called back to So Deaf.
That was, no, I can hear it. I'm not deaf.
Okay.
Okay. Here's what I'll say.
Wait a minute. I just want to point out. Chingy has Holiday Inn
Yes.
right there, pulling me back.
He said these.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I know, but he's just going through.
Oh.
Yeah,
He has I Like That. He has
Like-
Baller Baby.
Baller baby. Yeah,
And he has them jeans.
and he has them jeans.
Yo, I don't know what song that is, so stop saying them jeans like this.
Ladies, if you've reached this point in the podcast, I want you to comment. Who do you feel more today?
Oh, I think I've never heard that song before.
Are you crazy?
I'm dead ass.
Thirties.
I've never heard this song.
This was.
I've
like
never heard
the-
this song because
yeah.
I know
It
songs
sounds like
that are like
Grills.
this.
It sounds like the
I know
Grills.
Grills.
This is when JD was in that vibe.
No, and I'm gone, and I'm gone,
No.
and I'm gone.
No.
Wipe me down,
No.
wipe me down,
No.
wipe me down, wipe me down. I know that song. Why are you crazy?
Okay, but
I never heard that song in my life. Wallahi.
Women, because this is a women question. Wow. Women, 2025, Chingy or Bobby Valentino? That's what I want to know. Comment below, because I really want to know that answer.
But I love Right There. Right There is one of my favorite records.
Yeah, I heard you had to jump up and down just to put your own song. Goddamn.
Wait, is that the same song?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't even know that part because I didn't get to that part. But okay, here's what I will say. And this is the reason why Bobby Valentino, to me, gets the edge. Because
A&W gets the
Bobby V wins.
A&W.
Bobby V's gonna win and he wins.
No.
He has hot records.
No.
They're timeless. We remember the We wins. You're not wrong. Because I knew it immediately. We all did.
No, but listen, I think
it's Lil Wayne, baby.
Yes, of course, and because of Lil Wayne,
that's one of his. And that's his classic. That's his classic. That's a classic.
Unpopular opinion. I've been listening to Lil Wayne recently.
We're gonna
aged as well.
We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there to Lil Wayne because we have something to actually discuss about Lil Wayne. But since you said that, because today is whatever today's date is, the next Carter album is releasing in 4 days with no lead single.
People don't have to do lead singles anymore.
They don't. He released a song with Mannie Fresh. A very auto-tune heavy.
I didn't hear it.
Wait, it's out. The New Orleans bounce.
We don't need Lil Wayne to perform anymore.
Wait, what does that mean?
Like numbers? Like
no. We're not.
I'm not looking for it to have buzz or like. I don't care if nobody's heard it.
But was it good or not?
He's doing it for him.
I'm gonna tell you this. The internet put this in a blender. They were not pleased with.
But
the internet doesn't tell me what to like.
But I don't think Lil Wayne is aging well. I don't think the music.
No, I don't.
That's cap.
That's cap.
That's officially cap.
I don't believe.
I've heard great fire verses from Lil Wayne in the past 2-3 years.
We're not doing that.
That's the only one I never heard.
When I say aging well, I'm talking about. We were having this conversation before about timeless music. Lil Wayne's music definitely sounds of that time. That's more what I was trying to say.
Of what time?
What time?
Which Lil Wayne music are you talking about?
Yeah, there's so many Lil Wayne. So which one are you saying?
Because when you say that. You're not giving any context.
I'm trying to say something ridiculous. I'm trying to see.
Hold on, I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna play this song. I'm gonna play this new song. Here. This is the
I don't want to
song.
hear it this way. I'll listen.
I don't want to.
I'm gonna listen to my car.
Okay, they basically when I saw people cutting it up, right? Because I'm very unbiased.
The same people that cut up everything, though, right?
Word to scissors and scissor. I wanted to know because I hate when people say something is just not good.
Exactly.
Just because I need context. You're allowed to have an opinion.
No.
But I need to know the context. I said, what was the problem with the song that you didn't like? Was it because it had the New Orleans bounce thing that Mannie Fresh pretty much invented or was one of the pioneers of? Did you not like that it was like the sing-songy Lil Wayne and there was a lot of auto-tune? Like, I need to know what you didn't like as to why you feel so strongly about it. Because I just thought it was like a cool record, and I can't find it right now.
Yeah, but you like everything.
No. I just don't hate enough.
It's what I'm saying. It's very hard to find you to hear something that you like.
Because when you're a DJ, you kind of have to leave space for a lot of music without just having a visceral reaction. Because you're playing music for people. It's not really just for you. But this song, anyway, is a part of a 23-track mix that Mannie Fresh did, and it's called the mix before the Carter 6. That's what it is. And wait, hold on. No more song in the comments. Okay, wait. I think I can play it here. Can anyone find it? Oh, wait.
This is it. Let's talk Carter 6. Fuck your favorite rapper. Don't you ever in your say I'm done. 20 years later.
Obviously, this is Mannie Fresh.
He sounds good. Pause.
Yeah. Here we go. I'm not gonna play too much. But I'm gonna say this. No, put your headphones back on.
Wait, but we didn't get to hear it properly.
Yeah, because it didn't get to where
don't listen to any music like this.
Wait, it didn't get to where it's going. What are you doing? Listen, you know how
I didn't get to hear.
You know how we said a couple of weeks back. I said, how many times do we give Ye the out of he made Graduation and My Beautiful Dark? Lil Wayne gets a lot more than that because he's done too much and he drops fire verses. What he did on Jello and then a swerve on the corner. Whoa. He did good on that remix. He also did good on the song. What's the nigga with the braids that kind of raps like J. Cole? Corday. Like, and then he does songs with like these different R&B and he does great. So listen, all I'm going to say is I don't like that there is no. We're not hearing any music from the new Lil Wayne album of Carter 6. I don't like that, but it's okay.
That means it's gonna be fire.
Yes, because that could mean that he's hiding on. There was a track list that leaked
That's
in
what I
terms of the
believe.
features. What?
That it's gonna be fire.
Based because
Because
you're not hearing anything.
they're not hearing anything.
Because they're keeping it in the raps.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that. Okay, it's like it's okay. I can see.
I believe in Lil Wayne.
I saw he had like features like Billie Eilish and a couple other people.
And I love Billie Eilish.
But I'm gonna say this: when you're doing an album at this point in your career, I do want to hear features that you have never worked with or that people wouldn't expect you to work with.
Yes.
Like because I even saw there was one and it had like Andre Bocelli. Like it had a bunch of. It's probably fake. It could be fake,
Or it's a sample.
but yes, that's because it could be the sample.
You guys did that with Drake, Future, and Thames. So I know.
Yes. But what I will say is I like when people, when they get up in their career, like you don't have to go and play the piano and play the flute, Andre 3000. You can just do features with people that people would never expect. It's okay to do that. It's okay to do those crossovers. Get Enya back in. Who can say fun? Get her back in the studio to cut a new record. You can do that because at that point it's like you're doing a victory lap. Rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle. Like it's good to do that instead of always just the same 3 people, and I'm not gonna name them. Also, on the tip of sampling, did you guys hear the Nuck If You Buck with Lil Baby doing it?
Nope.
No.
I love that song too much. So I'm not.
Is it good?
I like Lil Baby. I think he's dope. Sometimes these samples.
No, we gotta address the people who are sampling these songs. And I'm not talking about I'm not even talking about the artists. The producers that are sampling these iconic.
So he did a
big
cover of Nuck If You
records.
Buck, or he sampled Nuck If You Buck and did his own song on it.
It's gotta stop.
Let me get it.
Everybody, producers, make something on your own, man.
Make something
Everything
new.
doesn't have to be or sample something from back in the days.
No. But this is going to be the same argument that they had when
Yes,
sampling first
exactly.
started.
So
you
that's
can't-
not.
What's that? What? Like what? That what? No. Let me. I want to make sure you say what you say clearly because I have a rebuttal for you. See, no, time out.
Wait, I didn't even get it.
No, I want to know because I want to ask you two something right now.
Okay.
Do you consider that a sample? Yes or no?
Oh, that might be a cover. Oh my God, we had this argument
Thank
months
you.
ago.
Is that a sample or a cover?
Okay?
He took the beat and he's rapping his own thing. It's a
So therefore,
It's like a mixtape record.
So
remember back in the day, the mixtape. It's a Jack Your Beat move.
okay.
Shout out Crime Mob, by the way.
Then I'm cool with it. I'm talking about the guys that say they're sampling and they're not sampling. They just took a song.
but okay.
They just took the actual song with the beat and the sub and the 808s that they already had,
As a producer, can I tell you?
and
the
then
problem?
they just go, and then all of a sudden
Can I tell you the problem? Or-
that's a sample.
You go Trivelle and I'll go.
It's a production version of the.
What? Wait, no, because I know you're going to say something good. So say it.
Why
Come out
can't
and
they
say
go
it.
sample
It's a-
where
it's
the
a production-
sample came from?
It's a production version of the Virgil, rest in peace, design strategy, which is the 3% rule. So you
Which
take
is-
something that exists and you change it by 3%, and it now makes it something new.
Well, then when you do that, which I'm fine with if you want to do that, but it better be fucking unbelievably incredible, or else I'm gonna have a
Okay,
sour tea.
I'm gonna try to give a quick sampling lesson in a very short period of time.
Talk to them.
So
Talk to them.
here's
Is that your camera?
Yeah. Here's the thing. Here's the thing about sampling that why sampling sounds different today versus in other times.
Because there's not a lot of producers anymore.
No, wait. There's not a lot of producers anymore. No, there's more.
Producers.
Yes. Oh, there's a lot of beat makers.
There you go.
Oh, is that your angle? Okay.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
1000% my angle.
Okay,
And
but-
a lot of niggas are not producers.
That's true.
Because they do not produce.
Okay. So this is what I'm gonna say about the way that sampling is going. So when you think about a song like, okay, let's take one of my favorite songs to ever, permeate my ears, DMX, Yo, I'm slipping, I'm falling, I can't get up.
Yeah.
I forget the producer's name, but he sampled a very great loop, a very intro great loop of a song from James Ingram.
Yeah.
Okay?
And how old was that?
Well, I'm getting there.
Yeah. Here we go.
That was Slippin' came out in the late 90s, or is that early 2000s? Probably the very latest of the 90s.
Yeah, like 98, 99, 2000.
And this Grover Washington or James Ingram
Yeah.
record, I think it was 20 years minimum prior. So it's probably maybe late 70s.
Yeah.
They also
A different genre.
producers
Different
okay,
era.
that's what I was going to get to. Producers say that the golden era of sampling is really the 70s, which is true because
Thank
70s
you.
had live instrumentation, a lot of beautiful music.
There you go.
80s became too digital.
There you go.
And then, with the synth pop and then 90s, you can start sampling
They
again
started
because
sampling.
people did it. Shout out to people like Hitmaker. But what is happening is when you are doing a sample and you're within the same genre, I think that's where the problem is. The same genre and too close of a time period. So it's like if you take a hip hop song and then you sample it to create another hip hop song, that is very dangerous territory. Very dangerous because now you're putting a lot of pressure to change the song. A lot of these songs that are being sampled from 2016 up until now, all they're doing, and I'm telling you this as a producer, it's something I know about.
Yeah.
This is not.
Yeah.
Tell them they're beefing up the kick. They're adding a harder snare. They're adding more hi-hats.
And I fucking hate it.
They are not reworking the record to present in a different way. So it is a cover.
We need more Kanye West's out there.
Okay. You know how when they release when they have old movies, but you're a director, they recorded on certain film, and then they only had VHS in the 90s, right? But then, like Back to the Future, my favorite movie of all time, you go on Netflix, and it's so clear and beautiful because they upscaled it. Yeah. That's all they're doing. They're upscaling these hip hop records from that muddy sound that they had in the early 2000s of the Atlanta scene. And then it just sounds clear because it's coming through a better device. That is not sampling. That is a cover.
I think anything artistic when done well.
Or autistic. Shout out to my autistic people, of course, that listen because they are very smart and talented and beautiful people. But go ahead.
I think it passes. Like the thing that jumps out at me is the "What You Know About Me" Glorilla song and "Wipe Me Down."
Wait, but you see?
But go ahead, teach it. I know. Go ahead, teach.
Here's the thing.
Go ahead.
Just because you are sampling a hip hop record and making another hip hop record, it doesn't mean that it can't work. It just has to be really fucking good.
That's what I just started. That's how I started this whole conversation.
Right.
And I'm telling you from experience and from what we've been listening to, it is very rare.
It's giving hair, nails, body. What's the Glorilla? Yeah, that's because that's when. And it's giving that sound.
And that song is, and bro, that song is way more. That version is way more chopped up than the original. Than the original. Compared to just
work has been done, but we all know the source material when we hear the song. Is what I'm saying.
Yep, that's fine.
Maybe.
I'm not against it.
No, maybe we know, but other people might not.
No, a lot of people don't know.
I'm more so just saying that I don't want to. I'm not vilifying the act.
There's no vilifying.
I'm vilifying.
It's a call to action to do better. There's a difference.
That's what I mean. I'm vilifying. Like,
yeah, I just think high quality gets a pass.
If you
make it well, it'll be okay.
Well, if you make it well.
Yo, that 3% thing really that's annoying.
Wait,
it's a Virgil thing. It's design.
What was the 3% thing again? Sorry, say it again for those.
But I just say the rule is if you take anything and change it by 3%, it makes it a new thing.
Yeah, no, I mean,
ain't nobody saying it's not a new thing.
But you
it's
better
not
make that 3%.
It's a new, not good thing.
Because if you look, I mean, obviously, God rest his soul, so nobody talks about it anymore. But if you look at close to the end of his life, Virgil was having a lot of issues.
Okay.
Well, people claiming he was stealing design,
and that's why Kanye hates him so much.
And he kept saying, "No, I'm remixing."
But I mean,
yes, exactly, and I can relate to that.
Yo, man. Do you
shout out before we go to the other music thing? But shout out Taylor Swift, man. She really had us for a loop. She really pulled one under the rug for us.
What's he talking about?
You know what she did, man? You know how she's like, they once give me back my master. In my story, Taylor Swift is Nigerian. They once give me back my masters. They once let me do this music. What can I do? So people said, I mean, you can just record it. You can re-record these.
You wrote the songs.
Yeah, okay. And I get new musicians. Okay, yeah, do that. Okay, I'll re-records them. Everyone's loving the new versions. Let's stay away from the OG versions. They won't give me back my masters. They won't sell me back my masters. Yeah, I'm Scooter Braun. He won't sell me back my masters. Oh, he won't. Taylor Swift purchases her masters back for around $360 million, according to Billboard.
Do you guys remember? I think it was last year.
Jesus.
I talked to you about.
Wow.
I talked to you. No. I talked to you about a documentary I watched on this that ran the Taylor Swift perspective and the Scooter Braun perspective.
You did.
Yeah.
And
I never watched it though.
I think I told you guys then she's doing this on purpose because Taylor Swift created an environment.
I can't recall.
where you cannot play her original stuff. So the value was getting killed. To make it a price appropriate
that she can afford to get
for purchase.
or that she would want to spend on.
Or to give her time to get the partners in.
Which she
To
definitely got
purchase.
some partners.
What she created is a world where you cannot buy or own or monetize the Taylor Swift music masters without me part of that
because
purchasing group.
if you love Taylor Swift,
You're not on it.
She leveraged her fandom in a way that ended up paying
there's a
off, that
few
it
of these
doesn't work for
artists
other
that
people.
their fans are real true army, really will structurally do everything that they say.
What are
And
the fan bases? Let's hear them.
Taylor Swift,
Beyonce.
Beyonce,
Yep.
Nicki,
Yep. The Navy's there.
the Navy.
So Rihanna. Yep.
I say Drake.
Yep.
They are the Drake
They are.
Where
people.
they'll freeze you out.
Yes.
The Drake people are continuing
They-
to poke holes
They
in
say Kendrick
anything
Lamar
that
doesn't
Kendrick
exist
does.
as an artist. So,
Bro, they don't care what he's. Yeah,
let's.
bro,
No, that's
All right,
true.
all right,
Okay, they're online recording 4 or 5 empty seats to prove that Kendrick is not selling out stadiums.
No,
this
I-
is the
I-
Drake
have to go
fans.
to work in the
I get
morning
it.
are
I'm
doing
talking
this.
about. Like,
No, what do you mean? No, that's fandom.
Who we just referred to.
Yeah, the four artists.
have bodies on their list. Taylor Swift has a Scooter Braun scalp somewhere in her house.
Okay.
Beyonce has a Carrie Hilson scalp somewhere
Yes,
in her house.
yes.
Nicki Minaj has
Drake don't have some. Drake don't have bodies.
Drake has UMG and a vice grip. What are we talking about?
There's a lot
Stop.
going on.
This-
We're not
he-
gonna. Come on.
He's a part of that category now.
Matter of fact,
contrary to popular belief, he is.
Now, there's levels. Don't get it. But I'm just saying, like the ones that have their fan base, like that's just very
fan base that's militant.
yay. He has them.
don't
There's still people that love him, and he's doing all this Hitler
I'll say
shit,
this, I'll say
nigga.
this. We can say a difference between a fan base that will make sure this person can make money at any time regardless, and a fan base that will eliminate
Yo,
the enemy.
fans were buying
I
Kanye
think
stuff
Drake-
and not getting them, and they're
Drake's
still
fan
buying
base-
this
But that's the point. I
stuff.
think Drake keeps Drake rich for the rest of his natural life,
Drake's fan base can
and they're not
destroy
going
people.
anywhere.
They can. You know,
Bro, they are. They're
how
just.
many beefs have Drake?
Yeah, what are we talking about? Yeah.
How many beefs has Drake
People's
lost?
careers would be over by now.
One.
Everybody else's career would be over by now if he lost to
All right, so I'll say this.
Kendrick, lost to Pusha.
Does Drake have a Meek Mill scalp on as well?
Yes.
He did that. Okay,
That
Then- then
started.
yeah.
That started the downturn. Meek did a lot on his own. I love Meek, but fuck, man.
He has.
So Drake has a Meek
He has
scalp
a
on as
top
well.
5
Yes.
greatest intros of all time.
Okay, then I'm wrong. Because when I was looking at the other fan
know,
bases,
I know.
I know that these people have bodies.
I know, but I know.
I know, but
bodies.
I'm just talking about where
It became toxic to be against them.
T, what I'm saying is
Yes.
these particular artists, including Drake, if they were just to go on camera
Yes.
with their mic and say, "Yo fans, yo fans," and they talk to them, "Yo fans, I need y'all to do something for me." What we really need is for you just to
Yo,
go out there and tell these niggas.
hold
to
on.
stop it.
Perfect segue.
Get them out of here, and they'll listen to him. That's what I'm saying. Like that's it.
Bieber was in this conversation.
Whoa.
He was the
don't know
believers.
if
The
he is
believers
anymore.
were
The
there.
Believers?
The believers were there.
They kind of lost faith in him. Maybe now that his girl has sold her makeup company for $1 billion, maybe.
And she was on what magazine was she on? Vanity Fair, one of those big ones.
Yeah. Did you hear about that?
And he said that something about. She said that she was never going to be on a cover of a magazine, and then she
Yo,
did. And then he said,
Bieber
"My
was
bad."
Posted it himself.
Yeah,
Bieber
I was
looked
like-
crazy in
He's
the
like,
streets.
Why did I say
Crying
that
on
about her?
stage with SZA, looking really insane. As soon as she sold that $1 billion, he's there hugging her up, holding her. Like it's like, yo, they say, yo,
He's
when
back.
your girl gets and he recently sold his entire catalog, by the way.
Is that
for
true?
$200 million.
Is that really true? All of his catalog? I don't believe all these artists when they say that.
Well, we don't know how much of the rights, but
Yeah, that's what I mean.
But we don't know how much
Because there's the publishing side and there's this recording
don't know how
side.
much
And I
rights
don't
he
know.
had.
So, yeah.
excuse me, of his music. But he sold it for $200 million because he was losing a lot of money and he had a lot of debt, allegedly.
I don't believe that.
Nothing
I
is
don't
true,
believe
but
anything anymore.
I only base things on what is being said.
Base God.
Right. That's a perfect way. Let's go into the.
Oh, his fan.
His
His fans was pretty
Yes.
wild too.
Yeah.
Not like that. I'm just saying they
Yes,
had
of
wild.
course.
They listened to him. There was the curse.
Yes, Kevin Durant. Timothy Chalamet says his career's owed to base God because he did something before early on in his career. But before we go,
He's
to
an
other
actor. He's an
things-
actor though.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
I
it doesn't matter.
don't know.
So the clips, right?
Which clips? The ones that we're cutting up that for this podcast?
Yes. So the clips, which is comprised of "I'm Your Pusher"
I'm
and
your Pusha.
and No Mally. they are
He's not from
releasing.
Toronto, so no malice.
Oh, that was very clever.
That's local news for you guys that are
Yo, local news is crazy.
in Japan.
Konnichiwa. That is Japanese, right? I don't want to be
Yes.
culturally insensitive. They are releasing their new album. What is it called?
Hell hath no. That's
Come on, man. It's let God
Listen.
figure these things out for us and
Listen,
our people. Let
anything
God
that
figure it out.
anything that the Clipse do, I'm listening.
So I'm gonna say this quickly because we're gonna go through this quickly. So to make a long story less long than it needs to be is that Clipse are reuniting for a new album.
Thank God.
Let God sort it out. Executive produced or predominantly produced by Pharrell Williams. So this is obviously not a Neptunes thing because Neptunes is categorically dead as far as the understanding is. They dropped a couple of snippets. They dropped a full record where Malice does really well. We know Pusha's dope. Pusha's dope. Wow.
And wait, Pusha's
respect to me.
dope?
Come on.
T.
Come
Pusha's
on. Come
dope?
on. Play footsies with me, goddammit.
Pusha's dope.
And there is
That's fucked up.
there was a meme that was going around, which was a video footage at one of the Kendrick Lamar concerts where Kendrick was performing his ass off. Pusha T was there with his arms folded because he was waiting for a feature. And it looked like he was waiting to ask him about the feature as soon as the show was done.
I never saw that.
No, because
I never saw that clip.
okay, but I want you.
There's on one today.
Yo, hold on. No, I want you to think about this. You know,
Is this
the
recent?
face- Yes, you know.
No,
the
but he
face-
had this verse from a while ago. They said.
No, but just walk with me here.
Go with the joke.
A while ago, who fucking what? You in their business? You and UNG? Listen, Pusha had his arms folded. You know what? You're listening to something, but you're not listening.
That's what Trivelle does to me all the time when I. Never mind.
Yo, you know what? You're like because you're waiting for them to finish. So that
Yeah,
you can be
yeah,
like,
yeah. But still.
So like, what's the? Because the rumor was that he was waiting for the feature.
Yo,
right?
I'm an artist. I experienced this shit.
Right. So anyway,
I know what it means. I know the feeling.
so there's a lot of confusion going along with this thing. So Kendrick is supposed to do this verse. Apparently he does it, right? Apparently there's some things that are in this verse that could be about Drake.
Who
right?
said that?
This is what the streets are saying.
I hate the streets.
Unfortunately, we've got this information until before we can confirm for 100%. But who cares about confirmation? Fuck, what is this? A quinceañera?
It's
No,
a show. And nothing here is real.
Right, everything's an illusion. So he has this Kendrick feature who says things apparently about Drake in it because, you know, when you're rapping, you're going to say things, you know, apparently the word is for the people that heard it is that it's more of a state of the union. It's not really he's not really saying things about Drake, but let's just say he is. So Universal then says, or sorry, Def Jam, who Pusha T has his solo deal with and then brought Clipse over in 2024 to you know continue their music. They say that you have to remove the parts in which have words and things that sound like you are dissing Drake. And they say, no, we're not doing it. So what happens? They pick up their ball and they go to Rock Nation Distribution. Now, here's the thing. We just started this thing talking about division and other mathematics. That doesn't happen for free. Pusha T and co had to pay 7 figures to get out of the deal that had 3 albums left from Def Jam so that they could take their ball and bring it somewhere else because they
3
believe
albums
so much.
of the Clipse? Or
Whatever the deal, we
altogether?
don't see. That's the thing with duels. We don't know if they put that together. We don't know if that was separate. But for all intents and purposes, we got to move this over to this deal, and now you are paying 7 figures to get out of your deal.
That's crazy.
So that you can release this verse, and it's like, well, I guess a lot is hinging on this verse, right? And I guess you know you're getting Kendrick Lamar arguably at the hottest that he's been, you know, in turmoil.
That's not arguably. Don't know that.
No, it is arguable.
No. When was Kendrick more hotter?
And it's a high life, and it's a bad life, and it can no. Okay, so
Bro, can you talk to your friend?
right. So anyway, so
He knows.
Here's the thing that I discovered, okay? Because from our understanding, Def Jam is universal, Interscope is universal, Republic is universal. All these things, everything's universal except things that are not, right? So we just assume that everything is under one umbrella, right?
Shout out
Tory Lanez. One umbrella or many umbrellas if it's raining a lot. So what ends up happening is that there's actually been lines drawn in the sand in the universal world of things. So what we don't know is that it is not clear cut, because the first thing you'd be like, if Def Jam is under Universal, then why do they have a problem with the Clipse having a Kendrick verse dissing Drake? Like, this is their MO. They've ran with this for 365 days. Like, this is not new or special. So the word is that apparently Interscope is like UMG West and Republic, where Drake's deal and stuff. It's more like UMG East. And when they did their restructuring, Def Jam got dissolved and put under the Republic side of things. So Clipse coming and saying, hey, we dropping this record with Kendrick. You got a litigation going on. You got people in the building who have helped Drake, who love Drake, who respect Drake. And like, wait, you guys are about to do this shit again? You about to drop this shit again? And they're like, yeah, you're going to have to censor that shit. You're going to have to do. And remember there was a song on Kendrick's album GNX where he has a bunch of bleeps and stuff. Now we start to understand that some of these bleeps really are potentially things that they told him he can't say.
So why couldn't they just blank it out too?
Because Clipse apparently said, Kendrick. Exactly. Apparently they said they didn't want to do it. Now, this could all be publicity, right? This could all be marketing.
It could be.
Brings more light to the album, makes it sound, salacious.
Everything is a rollout.
What did Kendrick say, right? Or it could be the truth and they didn't want to be bought, and hence why they paid millions of dollars to get in their contract.
They didn't pay.
So Stephen Victor, Pusha T's manager, is lying to a magazine that came out.
Yeah.
What's your...
Rock Nation paid.
Oh, that's what he means.
You son of a bitch.
Rock Nation!
Rock Nation paid. It was
okay, money exchanged hands.
They applied their advance to being bought out.
Money exchanged hands. So that's what you think. That's a good take.
That's a great.
They didn't come up with any money.
Yeah,
these guys, they shopped it. They said, "Look, you're not going to let us release it. We want out." They said, "Well, look, you owe us 7." So they went to somebody else and said, "Yo, can we sign for it?" They probably said, "Oh, we do 6." I said, "Yo, if we come to 7, we'll come to you right now because they're willing to sell us for that."
Yeah.
And then, okay, well,
and he got a great relationship.
We have a Kendrick verse. Trust me, you're a recruit.
And he has a great relationship with Hove. It's with Hove. Like, it's Pusha has. I think Pusha might have the most features of Hove.
Question: who were you just texting now? Did you just text someone to get this information?
No.
No, I think that's what you did. I think you got the real tea. Is that what you were doing?
No.
No, you just showed me the time. No, because it was very timely. It just looked like you went and got the real tea, because that sounds, and the real tea. That sounded very well thought out. Like you knew what you were talking about. Like that sounded more than a hypothesis.
No.
No.
So this is me hypothesizing.
Wow. Well then, Stephen Victor, you're a bad man. Because they made it sound like they had to come out of pocket. But I guess if we don't know their deals, right?
But if that's part of my deal, then that is out of pocket.
But it's a distribution.
I would have had it.
Yeah. Yeah, it would have been. Yeah.
That's, I never thought about that.
Yeah.
But that means, okay. Because if that's true, then I have to believe all the conspiracy theories about Rock Nation. I have to believe all the terrible things that they say that Rock Nation is in charge of.
We do got to believe in some
of the energy that comes to Earth.
We got to believe some
government taxes. I have to believe they're in charge of Moderna. I have to believe these things.
Didn't an old Lauryn Hill song say conspiracy theory? Well, did she say that in a song?
Perfect segue. I have one question for you guys. Yeah. Hold on. My daughter's trying to do something. I have to accept their permissions. This is what happens. Okay. Yes. Okay.
Okay, good dad.
No, this is not good dad, because I'm preventing her from using social media. How's that a good dad?
There's a section of the world that will say that's a good dad.
It's amazing.
Yeah, good dad, bad, rich dad, poor dad.
You're limiting her social media use. That's important.
Yeah, but I'm enabling it now, so I'm an enabler.
Yeah, because just give it 30 minutes.
Yeah, it was 15. But anyway, so there's a lot of places we can go, but I want to say this. When they talk about great albums, albums that really, stood the test of time, albums that are classic. And by the way, I don't think an album has to have no skips to be a classic. I don't believe in
I hate that.
I've always hated albums that I skip many a track.
I hate people's stupid line about it.
But anyway,
to be honest,
the esteem and the love that we hold for the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill.
Oh.
I believe that we should be having the same, if not more, reverence for Erykah Baduizm.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
And when you
Look at the track listing of those.
you go through the track listing,
It's one of the greatest albums of all time.
yo,
Oh my God. Are you about to piss me off? No, you rolled your eyes.
No, I'm listening.
It's one of the greatest albums of all time.
I agree. I'm just listening.
Okay, sorry. I got worried.
Yo, when you go to these songs, because here's the thing, the argument is that the Miseducation is one of the greatest hip hop albums by a female artist, even though when I listen to the album, it is predominantly singing.
Baduizm is a hip hop album 10.
Let's start talking about it. Let's start.
I'm telling you, it is.
Because
Did you
you know
listen
what?
to it?
If
been a
you,
while.
It's all hip hop beats.
Yo, this is the 90s.
But I knew it would be a hip hop album, girls. Common wouldn't have been chilling with her.
Come on. And Roots.
Should have known. Should have known by the surroundings.
Bro, because listen,
Questlove.
look, and you know the other reason why I give Erykah Badu the edge over Lauryn Hill just.
Oh wait, you're talking about
generally
like
speaking?
which album is better now?
I'm just starting. Well,
What's going on?
it's only about
It's
those
a really
two.
inflammatory statement.
It's
Yeah.
only about those two albums.
We've gone from she's a hip hop album. Yeah, I
Bro,
agree. It's fire.
Erykah
Yeah,
Badu
I
also
agree.
dropped
This
many
is why I give her the
albums.
edge. It's like whoa.
But
Yeah,
anyway,
what do you mean the edge
I'm
of
getting
what?
away from it. I'm
Give me the
getting
edge.
away from it.
We're not at an edge point.
Aren't we? We're always at the edge. We're always on the cusp of something. We're always on the edge of Christian.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
No, but honestly, when you really go through the songs
No, she
on
got There's nothing but
Baduizm,
there's nothing but bangers on that.
and I hate that term, but
it's bangers.
I'm going to.
I played
I'm
in the
going
car.
to-
I know what bangers mean. People don't know what bangers mean. That shit bangs in at a way pause.
because there's a lot of similarities too, because they both seem really curated and really produced outside of whatever the hell was going on musically. But I just feel like, do you hear anybody talk about Baduizm? Like, when was the last time you heard anyone talk about Baduizm?
Today.
When was the last time you heard someone talk about the Miseducation?
Yesterday or 2 days
Probably
ago.
yesterday when you skipped school. They're talking about the Miseducation. Like,
Yeah,
do you understand? Like, they put it on, like, next lifetime.
Whoever did that, whoever did one of those big albums of all time, where did they put Baduizm?
It's not on there.
Oh, then that
No,
this is
It
trash.
has to be on there.
come
No,
on.
it would have to be
Yeah,
on there.
what do you
I
see
think
how
I even think
that's
you're
the
wrong.
disrespect I'm talking about. That's the disrespect.
No,
I'm
I
talking
think
about.
you're wrong.
It's
But,
Erykah
yo,
fucking Badu, yo.
Listen to this for a second.
Probably not on there.
She got green eyes. She's fine as hell.
Yo, what the
No one's ever wrote a song like that ever again.
at all? No.
I know we're doing a lot now.
No, no.
But I'm talking about that song. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do, but we're
She
doing
said,
a
"What
lot.
about when I want you in the world?" Wait, she's trying to kill someone. Wait, what am I supposed to do? I want you in the world. How can I want you for myself?
I'm already somebody's girl.
I guess I'll see you next lifetime.
Do you know how insane that is to make a song like this?
I guess I'll see you next time. And she's not even sure. I guess I'll see you next time.
It's not sure.
A lot of mercy, bro.
What
That
sells
shit is
it to me.
shit is deep as fuck.
It's an insane.
Yo, don't tell
album
me you guess
run.
you'll see me next lifetime, man. God
It's
damn. Don't
like-
look into my eyes and tell
Melodically.
me. I guess.
Yo, what would have been like bucking up with Erykah Badu and like
Every man.
Every man, bro. That's an intro, nigga. That's an intro.
Nothing. Okay, no.
That's
You guys
an
are
intro.
playing. You did play.
Wait. It starts like that.
no, but this is also like
What is it like?
there's a lot of music from that era with that sound that doesn't get as much energy today.
And
That's
it-
just
Because it wasn't
beautiful.
curated this way.
That
it wasn't,
album,
so beautiful.
because
that album, bro.
it's easy to do it for one or two songs.
Exactly.
This is
No,
a 14 track.
I'm
effort.
thinking about no. There are other albums that do that.
Of course.
But they have way more
Most Def
skips.
was doing that
Of
a
course.
lot.
I know, but
Bilal.
how do you do that and be commercial?
It wasn't. That's why nobody.
That was commercial.
Hold on. No. Let's type in how much.
I'm bugging you.
How much?
That
did-
was
how
commercial.
much
We
did-
don't have to discuss. I've seen it.
Okay.
That got that's commercial.
Okay. Because
How do you do that and then be commercial? That's you got to big up those people
yes.
because yes, there's a lot of great songs. Cool.
Yeah, it was just a great album. Because every time they're like, oh my God, the Miseducation. And I love Lauryn Hill and I think she's great and amazing.
She's one of
But
those.
like, you got to start putting respect on these other people that you guys forget because you just
I
have
never
a
forget.
short-term
No, I don't
memory.
forget Erykah Badu.
Like,
Sorry.
I don't like that.
Sorry.
I do not respect that.
She's top 10 all time of the Galdems.
And shout out Leon Thomas once again.
Oh,
the
that
nigga
nigga's
that's
incredible.
doing the R&B today.
He might be the
Mutt went platinum.
Him and Chris.
Mutt went platinum. He's releasing a deluxe.
I thought he just released it. Oh, maybe it's this week.
Yeah, it's coming out. Yeah, coming out just now. He's one of the few people that make the R&B sound like he's crying and shit, even though he's calling himself a mutt and self-deprecation. But like, you got to put respect on this shit, man.
And
like,
it sounds like it could have been then and it could be now.
And that's
the key.
That is the key that a lot of people miss, and that's why Chris Brown had to go on their record. I'm telling you. But shout out to him.
He real recognize real.
Exactly. Now, where are we gonna go next, man? I want to say this.
So many places to go.
Well, do you want to go sports or do you want to keep down this rabbit hole? Because
You're in charge. I'm just following.
No, I mean, and,
you guys are bringing the energy today. Thank you guys for carrying.
And that's listen. You had a bad day.
Since he said game, you have a bad. There's people that had a bad game,
right? But hold on. Before you even go there,
game day. It's interesting.
Let me tell you something. James Blunt, right? He recently posted. You know who James Blunt is,
I haven't heard his name in a long time.
You're beautiful.
No, I know. I'm saying I haven't heard his name in a long time.
You're beautiful.
You just brought it out of nowhere.
You're beautiful. It's true.
You trying to tell me that he's trending right now?
Yes, because he recently came online and started thanking everybody for helping him buy a house with a song, which apparently is about stalking and some other insidious things. And no one really took the time.
There's a lot of those songs back in the days
like I'll Be Watching You by the Police Stinging the Police, which Diddy sampled. Oh my God.
All right.
Wait, is that a coincidence that Diddy samples a song about? All right, no, let's move on. We're not doing this. It's okay. Yeah, it's okay. Listen, you guys can just think about that one on your own because I'm not doing that. That's too close for comfort. Listen to this. Listen to this track. Oh yeah, Chris Brown also was going on tour, and apparently he's
going on stadium tour. Let's not.
And he's reframing. He's doing. You see how his albums have like so much songs. This guy said,
"Oh, he's not going to do that."
No, he's performing 50 songs.
Oh yeah, I saw that. You remember his last tour he did where the fans got to pick which song? Like it was like,
he said, "Fuck it, y'all niggas decide."
Hey, you guys pick. Whichever they're going, they're like, oh, guess we're going with that one.
Yo.
Which means you have to rehearse all of them.
Yes,
Lord, man.
I just
think about stress. That's
Chris, man, you can't release these long ass albums and then come and say you're gonna do all of that on the show. I mean,
wait, 50 is not even a quarter of his.
I know, but that's a lot of songs to be like, yo.
How many songs did Beyonce do on this tour? They said it's 3 hours.
But she's only doing the new shit.
It's 3 hours.
Yeah, because she's like writing down things and Rumi she is so fucking funny. Are you seeing her with Blue?
She's so funny, man.
She has so much character, and F you Kanye for talking that shit about her, but she is so.
As long as you better apologize for that one too.
He said he's been dreaming about apologizing to Hove. Stop dreaming about it and go do it.
Send a
these
message.
Niggas that have these people's phone numbers, go call these people. Stop telling us. It's annoying, and I don't like it. It's really annoying. Yo, this guy said, women who hold no weight in your life be asking dumbass questions like, do you care if I wear this? Baby girl, you can die tonight.
Who said that, James?
No.
Wait, who said that? James Blunt?
No, people. Just people. This is just something that came up.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I thought you said James
because
Blunt.
You know when you disassociate with a woman, right? Because of whatever, and she still thinks
you guys still have a rapport?
Yeah. Like, bitch, I don't care what you wear. Like,
what you think about this outfit?
I don't care.
You think it makes me, you know? You think it makes me?
Because like yo, I thought that was so funny.
You like this color on me?
When was the last time,
nigga? I don't give a fuck about your rainbow colors, nigga.
When was the last time you guys were in a Airbnb? Was it recent?
Probably 4 years.
Oh, 4 years.
Jesus, he's rich.
Yo, read this.
It's because wait 4 years.
Listen to this, right?
No,
Listen to this.
If it's not on Airbnb, It's still a rental, but it's not an Airbnb.
Okay.
Oh, that's what you're trying. Oh, you're trying to go. Oh, he's doing the technical thing. I love.
Do you mean like any
I love
rental home?
technical niggas.
You just mean any rental?
Maybe
home
not Airbnb, but how about just B&B then?
Yeah, I was at Mel Gibson's
just
house in
means-
Costa Rica.
Okay, well then that counts.
No, don't just that counts when he said Mel.
Yes.
nice.
Did you get to see the Passion of the Christ 2 script? Because
You'd have to ask the lady I was with how she felt. She might have seen Jesus.
what would a Passion of the Christ 2 script really be about?
What do you mean? You heard what you read what it said. I don't even want to entertain this blasphemy that this nigga just did.
I mean, is it blasphemous
It's blasphemous.
or is it
It's blessed.
is it right in line?
Yo.
Whatever, man.
Yo.
Was she fine?
They're
Is she
they're
fine?
all fine. All women are beautiful.
Here we go.
All women are beautiful.
I hope
what
no
men
woman
lack.
that you're-
What men lack are the eyes.
But
to
he
see.
didn't. He didn't say beautiful. He said,
Ooh,
He
you're
didn't-
beautiful.
Come on. You see the callback?
You're beautiful. It's true.
I understand why that guy lost his mind,
I
bitch.
saw your face.
"I need a blunt."
Yo, y'all wait for the smoke cast, yo, the after hours.
No, that's coming. Like
We
our
just
Lord and
start
Savior.
getting to it.
Well, if there's no titties there, then I don't want to be there.
Right.
But I blaspheme.
Wait, I didn't say anything with the
wait,
Lord
wait, hold
has
on.
connected
Hold
with
on.
titties.
Titties is against the Lord. Yo, Lord made titties. Let's stop this cap. No, let's stop this. He made the titties.
And he also made Titty Boy.
And that's the kind of shit I'm talking about. Shout out 2 Chainz also. Who also went
that,
on
that fucking album. Him, Larry June, Alchemist.
he also went on Shannon Sharp, so you
Pristine
know that
music.
the Drake interview is coming soon. Also,
Wait, I
That's
didn't
not
saw
what
that.
that means.
he
Yeah,
sampled Ronald Isley and got the Isley Brothers out.
Wait,
Hold
that
on.
doesn't not what it
Wait,
means.
why not?
That's not what that means.
Wait, that Drake is gonna go with Shannon Sharp finally?
There's 2 changes on there.
So now you you are disrespecting 2 Chainz. How
Yeah.
many Chainz do you have?
I'm giving 2 Chainz the appropriate amount of respect. He is not the precursor to the Drake interview.
I'll tell you. Listen,
what's the end cursor?
The precursor is if you see like 40 or somebody like his close buddy is with him.
It needs to be a
buddy.
guy like you see how before LeBron did
Yo,
Pat
Shannon.
McAfee,
Wait.
Rich Paul was over there.
Wait. Yeah, that's a.
I need 40 or Chubbs.
That's what I'm saying.
With
But yo,
Shannon.
listen,
And then 2 months later, we'll see the Drake
LeBron.
interview.
Listen. I understand there's a lot going on. Before your career is done fully or whatever you're done, I need you and Shannon to sit down and have a
He
conversation.
has a year left.
I need that show. I need that LeBron and
looking
Shannon
at
Sharp.
365
Listen,
days
please,
later,
just please,
minimum.
please,
What happens.
please. Drake and LeBron James, I need them to sit with Shannon Sharp. That's all I'm saying.
That's fair. That's a fair request. I think that'll happen. I think it'll happen when all the stress and everything from him is removed and there's nothing he has
James
to prove.
and this guy, and he just talk. Oh
But
man,
come on, man. Why did you do that thing there?
he
Why
might,
did
he
you do that thing with that girl?
might. Oh man,
Why did you do it?
That's
That's all it's gonna be. Just a bunch of why did you do that?
every hater and lover of Brown will be watching that shit.
Yes.
Lord of mercy.
Sorry, I know we're all over the place, right?
No, I'm still sitting
But
in
it
my
feels
chair.
like, are we in, what segment are we in? Pop culture now? What are we in?
Well, it sounds like you
We're
just
in the
precursed
studio.
to sports. So we can
Is
do
it
the
sports?
We
So
can do
give,
the sports.
I'll give
sure.
a sports story. I'm just so curious.
No, you're not.
He thinks he's Maxwell.
Is Offset upset?
Yo, Offset has met his match. No. Let's be honest.
Is Offset upset? Because I
Offset-
told y'all Stefon don't play. I told y'all whatever. When y'all first came with the rumor, I told you guys. I said, look,
Oh, did we?
here's what you guys need to know.
I don't remember any
It
of
might
these
have been,
episodes.
it probably was off camera. It might not even have been on camera because we were talking about it. But I said, yo, Stefon Diggs, one, he's outside. He's consistently outside. And for him to get with a shorty, she understands what it is because he is outside. That's a known outside man. And Stefon Diggs has made over $140 million in his NFL career to date.
And if I didn't believe
man
that,
is paid.
If I didn't believe that, looking
believe
at
it
his
now.
chain, doing arithmetics and the limbo lets me know that he's telling the truth.
No, bro,
it's
he's
doing
paid.
it's doing different dancings that I haven't seen before.
Diamonds,
it's
diamonds,
it's
diamonds,
doing
diamonds,
belly
diamonds.
dances.
He's
It's doing.
So I knew Stefon Diggs was the type of guy that had the riz to be on a boat with other shorties while his
With
shorties
the
on the
pink
boat,
dust.
telling girls, "Yo, what's my name?" And like
yeah,
with the
and
energy,
Rihanna's not even there.
with the energy,
Like, or Snoop
and then
Dogg.
bringing out the
Or
baggie and
DMX.
letting them know it. Bro, you know what's crazy? He gonna play on Sunday, B. Bro, I saw a comment where somebody says, "I don't care what he's giving him. Can he catch the football?"
Yes or no?
Bro, that's NFL
Yo,
for you, fam.
he's responding.
Well,
to
you know they-
Offset in pictures, in tweets,
Bro,
in
did you see-
Instagram posts.
You see the bread up he had, and Offset said, "Yo, they trolling my son."
Yeah, and Offset said he will die about this shit. When you have a nigga ready to die, you know you've won.
Wait, you want to die about what?
Bro,
But
you didn't
you
see the
guys
bread up?
trolling his kid.
So Stefon Diggs and the kid got the
One of
same
his
braid
son,
up.
Kiari, or what do you
So
mean?
Stefon showed up to training camp with a braid up that matched the son.
What's it with the rappers and
brother, with no context.
NFL players?
Brother, with no because it's darkness. Okay, just swipe right.
What's this?
No,
Tinder?
God,
There's like so many different things.
golly.
Golly,
You see, like I'm ready to die for. No, but I told y'all, Stefon is up. He's in shape, bro. He was playing in cities like Minnesota and Buffalo and was still getting things. So you know the guy wasn't nothing. He's out in New England now. Bro, for me to know you're outside, for you to be outside, you're outside in cities like New York, Miami, you know what I'm saying? The guy played in Buffalo, Minnesota.
Can I ask 2 questions?
He was in Houston last year, towards ACL early.
And he already early.
You know what I mean? And now he's in Boston and he's just picking up things. He's known to have been crushing a couple rappers' things.
So can I ask a question?
Yeah, absolutely.
And sorry, one more thing, because I know you're a basketball fan. What you need to realize about NFL guys, bro, their offseason is long. They have a long time to spend the money.
Absolutely, because their season
Stefon
is
Diggs has
extremely
been
short.
off since January.
He's been off.
He reported to training camp today, June.
He's been
off
bored.
January, February, March, April, May. Enough
been
time
bored.
to steal your girlfriend.
And the thing is, let's not pretend
Trey
that
Songz.
Cardinal B hasn't been with any other
Did you swipe
man
it?
since.
You saw it?
Yeah, I swipe.
But it's
so
Stefon
what
Diggs,
I wanted
and
to
he's
ask-
the first guy.
So my question to this is,
Go ahead.
but why?
Yo, he's actually
Because you're beautiful.
yo.
You're
How
beautiful.
do you feel? Like, I saw academics say that if Cardi don't get a ring from Stefon, which I don't think she can get a ring.
She
from Stefon.
won't. Like, these niggas don't understand.
But I still think it's making Offset sick. I don't care what nobody says.
It's more than sick. Yo, you have to understand something. Like, when these guys leave these women, they don't expect you to get with someone. Not that is better looking or more money. It's just matching the kind of energy.
Have Offset cleared
that you're
$140
on.
million in his rap career?
Absolutely not as an individual.
Okay. I can
He's
tell
paid
you
his label.
I can tell you,
$200 million.
NFL contracts alone. I'm not talking about none of his endorsements.
Yeah.
You got to keep my NFL contracts are fully guaranteed. When I give you this money, a lot of this money came in signing bonus. You got it one time.
Right.
$140 million. That's where he's
Listen,
at.
man.
It's
Listen.
$140 million. He is 32 years of age, and he's the one who raised his brother, who's also currently in the NFL. The guy's also a hero. He's also a good guy. Bro,
This is.
come on, man.
We haven't seen.
As an NFL fan, I'm proud to see this.
Proud as fucking. And the thing is, I love Offset. So
I'm
I
happy
don't
what
want
this
that
says
to.
about our league, yo.
I don't want this to be lost, but I think niggas like to play these games.
So
until
that's why
they meet the man.
So that's why NBA players more so have girls, like more relationship, more stable things.
Yeah,
Baseball.
yeah, yeah. I mean, shout out SGA, right?
feel like
he has
everybody
a wife
I
and
feel like
kid,
everybody has like a girl and from like
in the league.
in the
MVP,
league. And like,
MVP of the league, right?
and then the ones that don't, they're not winning
Kevin Durant.
in the NBA. No, that's what
There's some things to be said about stability.
The stability
in
of
the
a
NBA.
wife, you think is
like
helping?
like Harden.
Harden's not married.
I know.
Are you not hearing what his? What
But that's
you
what they-
hearing- are
that's
you
what
not
they
hearing
say.
What he led his point with?
Yeah, okay. So you say
Like-
everybody who's won has a wife?
I think everyone that's won has a wife. I don't know. I don't know why I feel like
Obviously,
that.
Steph has a wife. Braun has a wife. Jokic, does Jokic have a wife?
All those white guys do. Don't they get hooked up? They get hooked up.
Giannis has a wife.
Giannis does have a wife.
Dame doesn't.
Oh my fucking god.
He just got divorced, though. Don't do that.
Oh, yeah,
He
you did.
tried to have one.
Okay.
Yo,
And
what
he
did-
also
what
tried-
happened?
All right.
Probably playing too much in Portland.
He did
Because
play
she
for
came
Portsmouth.
over. Pause.
She was there?
Yes.
Yo, are we getting Giannis or not? They need to stop doing this teasing shit. It's
I want you
annoying.
to know, there was one time we were supposed to get Aaron Judge. That didn't happen.
Exactly.
There was one time we were supposed to get Shohei Ohtani. That
That did not happen.
Bro,
No,
and
that-
the Shohei
no, that-
Ohtani one.
that one was
bro,
close.
broke my
That
heart.
was her-
Bro,
that
somebody
was-
tweeted and said he's here tonight.
That was.
Yeah, he was here
You
for
know
shoot.
that?
Yes.
You know what he was
He was
here?
here for
Yes.
sushi. He was
You know
here.
He was
He was
here
in
to
town.
be-
He was in town.
Tell that to the TV crew that was in LA the next day when he was like, I can't wait.
Bro, Let's not forget even when
Remember
when
Giannis
Leonard
was supposed to come here
remember,
before.
yeah, before. I remember
We were
Kawhi.
a better team
Remember
them
Kawhi
times.
came in with the helicopter. The news had him, and
This is Kawhi.
they're like, oh,
Hey,
here we go. This is
he
it.
was in LA talking to Paul George at Drake's. I was like, yeah, we're getting out of here.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy about that?
That's why they need to stop.
You know what's crazy about that?
Go ahead.
Kawhi left the Raptors.
Yes.
And I don't know if I talked to you about this or maybe it was my cousin, but I am very sure
Yes.
that if Kawhi stayed for 2 to 3 years,
doubled up.
we would have got another ring.
Problem
It
is-
might not have been the next one. It would have been the one right after.
No.
But I think it would be the next
It
one.
would have been the next one.
I believe so too.
We would have won the bubble championship.
I agree.
Because I remember that series where we went toe to toe with Boston.
Yes.
Yes.
And took a lot out of them, which is why Miami was able to beat them.
Yes.
If we had Kawhi,
Yes.
it's a different situation. Now,
But wait,
apparently,
But
Kawhi did tell Toronto, he told them the same thing he told the Clippers.
Which
what?
was
Get Paul George.
Get Paul George and I'll stay.
Okay, so now,
He
so this is
apparently
what.
did say that.
So let me. Can I say
He
this?
apparently said it to
So
both of them.
so can I say this?
Paul George is what he wanted. He said, I need another guy.
So
Get
can
me
I-
Paul or I'll go. Or, he went to the Clippers and he said, get Paul or I'm going to LA.
Lakers.
The Lakers.
Yes.
He went to Toronto and said, get Paul George and I'll stay.
But they couldn't get Paul George. But
no,
listen,
because the package was crazy.
bro,
Pause.
you wanted Paul George, right?
Yeah. I did.
Right?
Yeah.
And when they got Paul George, do you know who they traded?
SGA. Apparently, Doc Rivers.
No. That don't. You can't glaze. You cannot glaze.
Yeah, you can. That was
Paul
6 years
George
ago.
is the
There
reason
was-
why this
that was
this
Paul-
year's
They
finals
got
is happening.
SGA.
That was 6 years ago.
They got SGA. A
Jalen
pick,
Williams
another
pick-
pick,
the Jalen
another
Williams
pick,
pick was him
a
too.
switch, another pick,
So
another
let's-
pick,
let's
another
not-
pick.
let's
Bro, he
not-
got like 9
Thank
things.
you.
No, but here's the
Thank
thing.
you. Thank you.
When
What are we talking about?
So when Kawhi,
You guys said
when Kawhi told the Clippers, "Yo, I want to come, but I need
sorry.
another guy.
pause. Really pause.
Double.
Jesus.
I want Paul George." Doc Rivers apparently went to him and said, "Yo, can we give up somebody other than Shea? Trust me, he's nice."
And
And Kawhi said, "Yeah, but how long?"
so that was the last time Doc said anything good. When are we gonna be real about Doc? All right, cool.
He's not even a fucking doctor. Why are we calling him that?
Because we say Dr. Dre.
Hold on.
That's the last time we said anything good, right? Bro, Milwaukee Bucks were 30-something and 12 with Adrian Griffith.
I know some guys on that coaching staff. You know, apparently the internal politics of that was crazy.
They fired him, hired the doctor,
Oh, the good doctor.
and the team went straight to hell.
No, but and
I don't
I
care.
know everybody forgets this.
Straight to
I know everybody forgets this, but this year, Milwaukee won the in-season tournament.
Oh my god.
There's a picture.
And that's
Yo, the Doc. Bro, SGA is in the
It took him a long
finals.
time, though. You have to admit, it didn't.
What took a long time?
Not a long time, but if I'm Kawhi and Kawhi waited this long for SGA to be this, he wouldn't have been happy.
But what do you mean? SGA didn't just become this this year.
He's averaged
He's been
30
building.
points. He's averaged 30 points for the past 3 seasons. Correct?
So okay, and
would've-
2 of those seasons,
Bro,
Kawhi
he-
was barely even playing. So really, I don't know what you guys want. Let me tell you something. The Toronto Raptors medical staff would have had Kawhi healthy,
Well, also,
resting
healthcare
and
is
healthy.
great.
They would have allowed him not to play because I think Toronto would have been like, yo, it's fine.
Yeah, we'll handle this.
Yes.
We'll wait till
Later.
when we're ready for you. But Clippers didn't do that.
But again,
At all.
I go back to this. I do go back to this, whether people, okay, whatever.
yeah.
The bubble years where they messed up.
100%.
Oh, yeah.
Because do you remember, people, shout out Doc Rivers.
Oh my god.
Lord.
In the bubble, the Clippers were up 3-1 on the Denver Nuggets. Do you guys remember that?
Yeah, because he's had more than one up 3-1.
Remember that?
He has more than one
They're
up 3-1.
Back to me, yeah.
No injury to Kawhi.
Yes.
No
okay.
injury to Paul George. They were fully
Yes,
loaded.
yes,
It was
yes.
supposed to be the Battle of LA.
Mm-hmm.
And Denver just came back.
All right. You know what?
Yo, okay.
They just came back.
Can I just say something? Can I just add to that?
And this was a tied Denver because if you remember, bro, that,
Yeah.
they went toe to toe with Utah that year.
Yeah.
And Utah was up 3-1,
Yeah.
and then Denver came back on them. They went down 3-1. I still remember the TV because it was COVID. That's all I could do was watch TV. There's no way Denver could hold them off again.
Yo, Doc Rivers is the most overrated coach in the history of sports.
Oh, here it is. Here it is.
Overrated coach.
Yeah, you guys want to say Halliburton is overrated. That nigga is overrated. Enough.
The first 3-1 that he gave up was in Orlando. I give him a Bly for that. because
Okay,
that team-
good. Bly, go ahead.
Bye.
How many?
I've never seen a black coach get so many opportunities like that guy. I've never seen it. Most black coaches when they shit, they disappear and we don't see them. They become commentators. They do analysis. They don't get the opportunity.
Doc Rivers the head coach of the Lob City Clippers too?
Yes. They made a show about this. Like enough. Bro. He got Sixers. He got Milwaukee. He got Boston. He got one ring, and then y'all say he's the greatest.
Bro, wasn't he up 3-1 with Philadelphia?
Yes. Bro, I just said he has the most up 3-1s in the history of and lose ever in life. So if you're against him, and he's up 3-1, you're smiling at home. You're like, yes.
Keep playing.
He's gonna coach them wrong.
Keep playing. Don't give it back.
He gonna do.
I promise you.
Do. Oh my god, that is absolutely fucking nuts.
Are you leaving sports?
Yeah.
Can I just say one thing? I saw this.
Thibodeau. Was that good?
I was gonna say about Thibodeau.
Is that good for them firing him?
No, that's stupid.
Terrible idea.
But
you getting that?
But guess what? It makes sense.
They fired him. They don't know who they want.
No, I'll tell you. No, it makes sense.
Oh,
huh?
They fired him and they don't know who they want.
That's even worse.
No, I know why they did this.
You need to have known who you wanted
because they want to assign blame to someone and they don't want to apply. They don't want to assign the blame to
no.
Who?
That's not why.
Should have fired the GM who gave away 6 picks.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's what I'm saying.
For Cat and
the reason why they did this is because it was too much good things happening with them. And we all grew up where at some point the Knicks are gonna do something. The Knicks organization, somebody at the top there is going to, bro. They had such a I was excited for them. I'm happy for them.
Yeah.
But it made sense that there had to be some weird, strange, the dun thing that would happen. And it had to be the Knicks. So yeah, they're gonna kick out the coach that got them to the them 2 50+ win seasons in a back-to-back. Yes, they went to let's kick out the coach.
That's so insane to me. I don't care what anyone says, yo. I'm like all joking aside, I'm not with that.
No, it's not right.
That's what I want. I mean, granted, when we fired, if you remember,
yes, we fired
fired
coach of the year.
We're also fucking.
But it was more this. We wanted Budenholzer, who said no to us. We picked Nick Nurse. He was down the list. It's not like we knew who we wanted. We just knew we didn't want Dwayne Casey anymore.
Right. Okay.
So maybe it's a similar idea where they're like, man, I'm sick and tired of telling this guy to play more of his bench. I'm sick and tired of telling
Okay.
The Raptors also fired 2 coach of the years.
Sam Mitchell as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
The next year.
No. Sam Mitchell got fired a few years after his coach.
Are you sure?
Was it the year right after?
I think it was the year after.
It could have been the year after.
I think it was like after the season.
Fell off.
And then it's like, yo, get out of here.
Yo, remember, just because we're in sports, I'll let you set up the next thing. Remember Jay Triano?
Oh my God, ill.
God, ill.
You're all bad this franchise.
Bro. But I'm just gonna say before you leave sports, there's just one thing that I saw this guy on ESPN this morning. What was he saying? Good morning, get up, or whatever.
Yeah.
This guy said the most poetic, most accurate thing I've ever heard anybody say about basketball and LeBron in the longest time.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm going to repeat what he said
verbatim.
He's right. You niggas. He didn't even say niggas, but I know deep down inside he wanted to say it. You niggas stop talking about who the fuck the next or who is now the face of the league. Stop saying it. There is no face of the league besides LeBron James. Steph Curry is a close number 2.
Wow.
All of you guys that they keep saying, oh, Jason Tatum, oh, Anthony Edwards, oh, SJ won MVP, oh, this person, oh, Giannis, oh, Joe. You guys don't know what face of the league is. There's only one face of the league. Face of the league is bigger than you being a great player. Okay, being a great player, like you know why? Do you know why Snoop Dogg is the most famous rapper of all time? Is because an 80-year-old, a 70-year-old, and a 5-year-old know who the hell he is. That's what face of the league is. People have now got face of the league. They've got face of the league skewed with oh, someone is doing well, someone is scoring lots, somebody's winning a championship, somebody's doing this. That's not what face of the league is. It's everything, all encompassing. And guess what? Guess what, NBA? There is no face of the league right now. Outside of Braun, you don't have a new face of the league here. He's not here.
Pushing them on, and
he's not here. None of these guys is it.
Yeah,
none of them. Now, will one of them? Can they become it?
Absolutely.
Sure, but there is not now. And stop trying to ram it down people's throat because I hate turning on the news and turning on the sports and they're like, oh well, it looks like he might be the face of. No, they're not face of the league, bro.
Yeah.
Okay. If you go ask my mom who LeBron James is, she knows. You task her who Steph Curry is, she don't know. That's already telling you Wagwan.
Yeah. You being proficient and great at three is not enough.
That's like he's the closest second. He's the second. That's what I'm saying.
So because
Curry has changed the game. But changing the game and face of the league are two different things. Jordan was face of the league. Face of the league fully. Face of the league. When you think of NBA, when you think of basketball, you think of Jordan.
Allen Iverson changed the game.
Yeah, there's people that changed the game. There's people that were more electric. There's people that brought, new fans. There's people that, international, all this stuff. But when we just say face of the league, when we think basketball, who's playing that everyone wants to say? People that don't watch basketball, they'll automatically say LeBron James. And until that day is done where someone comes in the league and takes over like that, where everybody and their mama knows.
All facets of media and life,
that speaks for the league, that sells, that scores, that wins, that everybody wants to. All of that makes a face of the league. And until
you can't have a bunch of baby mothers either.
Well, I mean, hey.
Listen, I just think you can't. But I mean,
I just think, look, at the end of the day, rules of corporations still exist. You got to be a bankable star. I agree with what you're saying, and so I think some of these players, they got to want to be bankable stars. Like, if you think, I'll say, if this guy had a cleaner off-court image, James Harden could have been a fit because he had the game that could do it. He was entertaining. He had the beard. He was highly marketable, but his off-court, he was a rapper. He was off-court, like he didn't care about being a bankable.
But I don't even think his off-court antics were even loud enough for that to be the reason to discount.
It was notorious. This guy would have his team stay overnight so he can go to the strip club.
I know, bro, it wasn't as loud as how you think.
It was only the hood niggas that knew this shit. This wasn't like
people don't know that deep.
Yeah, really? It's more so about
hip hop culture. Our culture knows, but it's not a thing. Like Jordan, everybody knew about his drinking, his gambling. Everybody knew, not just that section. Like everybody knew.
James Harden could have got away with it if he was better overall in other areas.
Yeah, like not disappear in the playoffs every time it's the playoffs.
He won a title.
Yeah. Speaking of disappearing, so this is a quote here, or this is a message. Okay. It says, it's just called Proud Black Fathers. Right? It says, I need to get something off my chest.
Okay, we get it. You're a good dad, man. Holy shit. You keep this is
who the hell says I'm a good dad?
Well, you would tell her, oh, I have to help my daughter. Like,
no. Just so that she doesn't yell at me.
Did this happen in this episode?
No. Anyway. I need to get something off my chest. Yesterday, my stepdaughter, this might hit home, but anyway, yesterday my stepdaughter graduated and I wasn't invited. Yeah. I've been in her life.
Wait, he said his stepdaughter was
Yes. Hold on, but
no, I just want to make sure
context is important.
His a stepdaughter. Okay.
My stepdaughter graduated and I wasn't invited.
Okay.
I've been in her life since she was 4 months old.
How old is she now?
Married her mother when she turned 2.
Oh, whoa.
I've been there. Consistent.
Yikes.
Showing up.
Yikes.
Providing love.
Yikes.
Loving her like my own. But come graduation day.
What's your graduation?
Can I finish?
I'm assuming he's thinking high school or college.
Wasn't given a seat. Like word. They told me there were only 8 tickets. Let me tell you who made the list.
Oh, shit.
My wife.
Oh, got it. That makes sense.
Her 2 sisters.
Doesn't make too sense, but go ahead.
That does.
The 2 sisters? No, one of your sisters could come. No. Oh, her sisters.
Yeah.
I thought you said the mom's 2 sisters.
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's not the wife's 2 sisters. It's the girl's 2 sisters, right?
We don't get more information.
Oh,
but
man,
anyway, let me keep going.
He's not clarifying.
Her biological dad.
Of course. That's 4.
Her uncle.
No.
You're an uncle. You shut your mouth.
I'm not going.
You shut your goddamn mouth.
But we're losing it, though.
Her grandma.
Yeah, she goes.
Yeah.
Her aunt.
No, aunt. Sorry.
And her boyfriend. 8 tickets. And I wasn't on one of them.
And boyfriend's out of here too. What the fuck? Are you
wasn't
fucking
one of
crazy?
them.
No. Boyfriend's out. It's
wasn't-
my graduation. I want him here. Her.
You see?
Pause.
There you go.
But the aunt and uncle are expendable because that's about you, mom,
Yes.
or you, dad,
Okay.
whichever relative this is. In exchange of my biological. Now, granted, I'll say this.
But can I finish the quote? Because I feel like.
But
or
you guys
feel like
are.
you're
But
gonna
you guys
lose
are
it.
being. You guys are. Bro.
I've been in rooms where people would make this argument though.
Bro.
He should have come though. Keep going.
All right. I've been sitting with that pain all day.
Yeah, it hurts.
I took time off work. 3 days gone.
That's crazy. Why
I
did you do
drive
that
trucks.
without knowing if he was allowed
That's
to come?
money and time I can't
Because
get
I
back.
assume I'm going to go to my daughter's
And
graduation.
still, I got left out. So today, I made some decisions. I removed her from my car and health insurance.
Oh shit!
Took her off everything I'd been covering. Told her mother since she's grown and graduated, she can go stay with her father. The one who she made room for over me. Now there's tension in my house.
Yeah.
Emotions are high.
Yeah.
But I'm standing on business on what I feel because the truth is I'm so hurt. Not mad, just deeply, genuinely hurt. I don't need applause.
No.
I just need to speak my truth. Thanks for listening.
Okay, so here's what I want to say.
What are you gonna
So
say?
it's obviously
You're gonna
it's
fucking
obviously high
piss.
school.
No, you're gonna
No, here's
piss
what
me
I'm
off.
saying.
You're gonna piss me off.
I might, but
you're
here's
gonna
what it
piss
is.
me off.
You see by his response,
Yeah.
by his response to not being invited, I understand why he was not invited. Because
That's dumb.
I mean, nah.
That's dumb.
No, but let him speak his truth and you go
By
on and we
his
done.
response to not
But
being
that's dumb
invited,
because that's in hindsight.
I understand
Yeah,
why
that's
he was
in-
not. So follow me. The fact that he's the type of dude that's gonna do that.
What if he's not the type of dude that does that and they decided to become that dude? Sometimes there's a origin villain story, and you just created a villain. I'm sorry.
Hey, let me ask you a question. And yo, let's be real.
No, you're not. You're not being real.
Let's be real.
Let's be real.
You're not being
No,
real.
let's be 100% funky.
If you're my actual father, would you do that to me?
What?
If you're my actual father, sorry, I didn't realize you couldn't hear me.
No, I couldn't. I can't hear
Would
you.
you do that to me?
Yeah, because what do you mean?
Would you
You're
do
my
what?
actual father.
Yes. Uh-huh.
You and mom are maybe separated.
Okay.
To keep the peace and have a graduation, I do not invite you.
Oh,
Yes.
so you know that me and your wife and your mom are beefing? Because that's what it just sounded like you said.
Well, it would
No,
have
but
to be some
y'all are
kind of-
separated. Y'all not rocking.
Okay,
y'all
so-
don't rock.
Well, my daughter's graduating just now, and there's only 2 people invited, so it's me and her mom.
Okay.
You're not beefing with her, but he just said.
But follow. No,
I don't know.
because I'm saying the biological thing. So let's say that it's the same thing. There's 2 tickets, right?
To
But
the ecstasy.
but you and your lady aren't right. You and your lady are not in a good position.
My
And
baby
she-
moms.
Yes, and she has a stepfather that's been in your daughter's life.
since
Yes,
she was
which-
4
Okay, and
months
see,
old.
Hold on. And he
Yo, what
Context-
the fuck are we
I'm gonna
doing, yo?
finish.
What the fuck?
I'm gonna
Context
finish.
is
You
key.
losing it, bro.
Context is
You're
key.
losing it because you are not acknowledging that this guy's act of vengeance.
I don't give a fuck
disqualifies
about
him.
that nigga, yo. I don't give a fuck.
But context is very important
The
when you
act
talk
of
about
vengeance
someone
disqualifies him because if you did not get invited next week, right? Would you take anything away from your child?
No.
All right then. This man.
Yo, Trivelle, that's not the fucking same.
Yeah, it is,
No,
bro.
it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
He made her, nigga.
Yo, he made
He
it crazy.
made her, nigga.
So then don't
That's her
complain.
DNA.
So don't- hey,
That,
so
no,
don't
no. Let me
complain.
finish. Let me
Don't
fucking no. Let me finish.
complain
Let me
fatherhood.
finish what I'm
Don't
saying.
complain 4 months,
No. Let me
4
finish
years,
what I'm saying.
if you're gonna take
Let
it
me
away
finish
'cause
what
you
I'm
bought
saying.
her,
Let
nigga.
me
What the fuck are you
let me
talking
say
about,
what.
yo?
Let me finish what I'm saying. If I fucking raise you as my own, nigga.
Yeah.
If I raise you as my own and
you
you
put it
are
down
not,
just that fast.
and you are not,
And you put it down just that fast,
bro. What do you mean just that
And
fast?
you put it down.
You're
just that
grown,
fast.
nigga.
And you. Oh yeah.
You're grown.
Cool.
You grown.
I'm happy you didn't come.
You're grown. Okay, good.
Well, someone came.
Good.
Someone came.
Good.
I see what you're on.
Somebody came.
You're not really family. I see what,
What
you're on.
the? You're
I
not
probably
family.
been-
You
I
didn't.
probably been seeing what you're on.
Yo, bro.
I probably been seeing what you're on.
You're tripping, bro.
I probably been seeing what you are on.
You're tripping, bro.
I probably been seeing what you're
Yo,
on.
I'm not raising a kid from
I've probably
4
been
months
seeing what
years
you're on.
old, and in 4 months, 4 months, I'm the person there, not the fucking dad, not the one who fucking breathed
Whoa,
it and made it happen.
whoa.
What?
What
We
in that
don't- yeah.
statement tells you the father wasn't there?
Yeah, we don't have that information.
He raised her from 4 months. So I'm going to take.
According to him.
Okay, well, that's
He
any
said-
story,
no,
nigga.
hold on.
That's any story. What the
It
fuck are we
says
talking
that
about? Do we
he
have her
was-
story? Do we
It
have her
says-
story?
It says.
Do we have her story?
No. He
Okay,
says
so
he's
then-
been
I
in
heard
her
a
life
story
since
that he
4
wasn't
months.
invited, yo.
And
But her do that
married
again,
the mother when she was 2. We do not have
We don't know how it was
information
with the girl.
about the stepfather,
Was-
the real father's
We don't know how it was
involvement.
with
and
the
That
the
girl.
sounds like
percentage.
the
We don't know how it
that
was with the
sounds
girl.
like the stepfather
hell
was
outta here,
living
man.
with that daughter since she was at the
living
very
means-
least.
so living means you're a good father.
No, you didn't let me finish what I'm saying.
My bad, finish.
Because let me finish what I'm saying.
It's all crazy.
He just said that they got married when the daughter was 2. So before she had reason in her brain, she knew this
By the
nigga
way,
as her dad.
This was really bad
No,
because you're only
no.
supposed to get with someone after the kid is 6 years.
I want to be real with
this
you.
is bad,
He
but-
said
the woman might have needed money. I'm never gonna judge a woman for trying to get with a dude.
Who's talking about that?
I don't know if it's no. He's talking about what.
If I'm a single mom and this dude's rocking with me, like it's that I might need to get with him right now while the child is 2.
Okay, that's fair.
I'm not grudging her that. Like I might need to do this to solidify the life in the house and stuff. Brother, I can't believe you see this the way you see it.
I do.
I can't believe it.
If I fucking raised you since 2 years old,
bro.
Well, no, not raised, but I was in your life.
was in the
since
proximity.
Let's be.
bro, that says he raised her. I don't care what you guys are
But
telling
it's
me.
interesting because
Because I'm not bringing up.
but he didn't say those
No,
words, which is interesting.
No, exactly. No.
What did he say?
Just because you were here sleeping.
What did he say? What did he say? I've seen her once in a while
said-
since she was 2 years old.
No, she lives in the house.
What does that mean? What does the fuck does that
can I
mean? Living in a
speak?
house.
Can I
So now we
Bro,
live in
you're
a house
wrong
and we
on
go
this.
hi bye.
You're so wrong
Oh
on this.
hi bye. Then
You're
why am I
actually wrong on this.
Why am I paying for all
You're
her shit
actually
if I
wrong
just
on this.
barely see her?
He
If I
said-
see her in the house
Holy
once in a while,
smokes. All right.
I see her in the house once in a while,
All right.
so I'm paying for all her shit.
All right.
What the fuck are we talking about,
He
nigga?
said,
He don't have no
"I've been
responsibility.
in her life since she was 4 months. So
Okay.
we have to interpret.
So what does that mean?
I put this on
What
wax.
does that mean
This
when a
dude
nigga
right
say
here-
that?
This dude right here who wrote this is disgusting. I put that on wax.
Bro,
This dude
we're
right here is
not
disgusting.
This is why we have the podcast
Okay.
because it's good to see
But
both
no, but-
perspectives.
right here is disgusting.
Because
well, if you let me finish what I'm saying,
Go ahead. I won't
let me
interrupt you.
finish what
I
I'm
wanna give you a
saying.
clean bar. I'm using this as a
not
clip.
telling
Go
you.
ahead.
I'm not telling you that the guy is not disgusting for what he said. What I said was he has the right to do that shit based on what the fuck they did to him. He has the right to do it.
All right.
He has the absolute right
to remove things.
Yeah,
and
to remove like
coverage
because
and
if you
blessings.
because sometimes niggas get reality checks, yo.
Yeah.
Sometimes a nigga gets a reality check. So this nigga could think that, yo, I'm her dad. Right? That's how he feels. That's how this sounds like. I'm her dad. I've been there.
They act like it.
Yo, there's niggas that breeded kids and they don't act like their dad and they act like their parents.
and those
they
are
still
trash too.
No, and they still
Those
get
are trash too.
And they still get a seat,
you
nigga.
remember-
Hold on. Don't talk. Let me speak. They still get a seat. The difference is these niggas that fucking breed the wife or the girlfriend or whatever, and they're trash parents. At the end of the day, because it's their DNA, somehow y'all niggas still give them a seat.
You're bringing.
You
up-
still give. Are you listening to what I just said?
I am.
They can do
But
all
you're
kinds of crazy
do you
shit.
realize that you're making the assumption that the actual father's a bad father? Where's that coming from?
yeah, we don't have that information.
What
Or
are we
maybe
talking
he is.
about?
I wish I did
What are we
get
talking
more.
about?
You're making the
Okay,
assumption
let me tell you
that
something.
the biological
If this
father
was-
doesn't deserve to
if
be
this
there.
was-
That's crazy.
Hold on. See now you're just changing up my story.
No, because you're talking about
Because
guys,
when
they
we
breed
were
these girls and they're not around very
when this
None
nigga
says he's a bad father.
when this nigga made the list, I said the uncle, the aunt, and the boyfriend can kick rocks before him. That's what the fuck I said. I
Unless-
didn't. Can I finish what I'm saying?
Go ahead.
I did not say he should be there over the biological father.
Right.
I never said that.
Yeah.
I said the aunt, the uncle, and the boyfriend can kick rocks before him. That's what I said. And based on how I'm trying to interpret what he's saying,
Yeah, the
sounds
limited
like
information.
sounds like he's been there at the very least, not just by a long period of time, since 4 months and 2 years to her graduation.
also living with
but
them, it
I'm
looks like.
also living with them, and I am providing for this person. Okay, so therefore, my seat out of 8 seats, I get one of those seats. So if you're trying to tell me,
I know what you're saying.
and if you're trying to
And then
tell
what
me,
ended like this.
and if you're trying to tell me that the fucking uncle, the fucking aunt, and the
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
boyfriend
hold on.
get a seat over
I know
me,
I know what both of your
and
points
that's
are.
the reality check that he just got in his head. That
Yes.
these guys are over me in this situation. That I'm literally this for this person. No, nigga,
I get
I'm
your
gonna
points.
take my shit.
I'm gonna say this. I get where you're coming from because the stepfather who stepped in from when this person was 4 months is upset and sad that he was not regarded, but at the same time,
He's not family anymore. He's not family anymore.
Can I finish?
That's how she. That's
I know,
how
but it's
he.
graduation.
That's how he interpreted it.
I know. but let me
Everybody,
speak.
everybody that graduates, they bring their
Let me
family.
speak. Let me speak. Okay, so
right, go ahead.
I understand where his anger is as to why this even went viral, because obviously he feels hurt. He was there when this person wasn't even a year yet. He was in this person's life clearly, consistently, from when this person was 4 months.
I hate that line.
4 months.
By the way, I hate that line.
2 years. Got married to the mom, so clearly he stayed there.
I hate that
and
line,
then she
though.
graduated. Now we don't know if this is graduated from middle school. We don't know if this is elementary school. We don't know if it's high school.
We're interpreting it as a bigger grade.
He did say he took her off of the driving. He took her off of the driving.
Yeah,
it might even be college.
He took her off of some kind of insurance, so that's probably high school minimum.
Probably college.
No, it'd probably be college.
Maybe. But the point is, I understand what you're saying.
I don't think you take
the
your
disrespect,
kid off if they're in,
the disrespect that he feels being left off of being one of those 8 people, and him not being considered. But I understand what Trevelle's saying, because if you are the acting father,
dude's trash.
You should be okay with however that is represented and however it is, because you love the child and you're considering the child. That's the difference, because there's your own thing of how you feel. Because you know how, remember last episode you guys were dogging me or laughing at me how I'm very passive.
You're doing a lot of capping, bro.
Bro,
there's friends who have fucking parties that you're sitting there like, I can't believe these niggas didn't invite me.
I don't give a fuck about these niggas parties.
You're capping, dog. So okay, go
ahead. I don't care about none of it.
Yo, you're capping, though.
All right, so let's be real about something. Let's be real about something.
I'm from Upper Canada. I don't give a fuck about none of it.
Let's be real about something. Let's be real about something.
Yeah, go ahead.
I am not saying he's not allowed to be hurt. Okay? What I am saying is that if you are claiming fatherhood and you are claiming you've been there for 2 months or 4 months,
he didn't proud fathers.
He didn't say that I'm claiming
but I'm
fatherhood.
going to say it like this.
He didn't write I claim
The
fatherhood.
group is called Proud Black Fathers.
Did he make
so
that group?
consider
Did he make that?
Something
posted in it.
No,
Okay, and something hurts you. And
So
something
the
hurts you.
fathers are going to see
And
this.
something hurts you. And then you go about the petty act of taking your child off your insurance.
I can be petty because I'm not the
taking
real dad.
your child off other things. And
I'm not a real dad now, so I can do that.
Hold on. And then telling the mom, yo, get this one the heck out of the house, okay? And send her back to her father. There's a couple things I noticed. One, he didn't send all 3 back, because that means that 2 of the other kids are his half kids. So that tells me that in the duration of this woman growing up, he always acted like, yo, I'm just taking care of you, but you're not really mine.
Oh, well,
And she probably been on that, so it's probably no skin off her back to say, get this dude out of here. And I've been seeing who he was by his vengeful act.
So Trivelle,
and you defending a man like this, considering the character of the man you are, is wild. You would never do
I hope
this.
anyone can hear this, because
You would never do this.
You
You would never do this.
Trivelle.
Would you do this?
I'm gonna answer you.
If you had a stepchild and they hurt your feelings, you would renege your fatherhood?
Are you gonna let me speak, or are you gonna ask a question and just be rhetorical? Like, which one do you
I know
want?
what your answer
Which
is.
one you want?
Because I know what your answer is.
If that is true, if it is true
that
she's always felt like this nigga wasn't a real nigga to her entire time.
The whole time.
Yes, that's what I said. If
So
she felt that way.
Why wasn't he invited? Isn't it more likely?
Well, I don't know. We don't have the answers. We don't have the truth. We don't have the evidence. We don't have the evidence.
do the research.
We don't have the evidence. We don't know. We don't know what it really means. We're not really sure.
Can hear any of this
We
audio,
don't
'cause
know.
It's really loud.
Like, what the fuck are we talking about?
Everyone's just yelling and talking.
You don't think it's more likely? You don't find? Okay, can I ask you a
what's the
question?
point of more likely? We don't have the evidence. So are we hypothetically or what?
Do you find it disgusting?
Yes, I do find it disgusting.
That this man pretended to be a father to this girl until she hurt his feelings bad enough.
Did you hear what I just said? Did you hear what I just said? What?
Do you find it disgusting that this man pretended to be a father to this girl?
2 minutes.
Maybe for her entire young life, up to her adult life. Maybe she's 19 or whatever old she is.
Yeah.
Until she
Well, seems like she's old enough to
until she hurt
that
his
she can handle her
feelings
shit.
bad enough.
16.
She hurt his feelings
Not
bad enough.
16.
That no, because for the boyfriend to be there, I'm assuming it's college.
Don't assume.
Until she hurt his feelings bad enough for him
That
to
would be a
give
different
back.
story.
He gave back his parental responsibility. He gave it back. Said, "Get out the house, and I'm not providing for you
Is
anymore."
that what it said? He said he kicked her out the house?
He said, "Go live with the father."
He said, "Go live with the father." He removed her from the car.
Have you guys ever heard any parents talk reckless to their kid before?
We're Jamaican.
So then, what the fuck are we talking about? I guess because he's a stepfather, he's not allowed to say something reckless like that. But real fathers are allowed to be like, "Yo, get the fuck out of my house. I don't want you in here anymore." Everybody's okay to. Everybody's okay with that.
They're nasty too, and also I would understand if they didn't get invited.
Oh.
Are you asking me if you?
So
this started
would
out
you-
way.
would you understand
This started
that-
out way. Do I understand why the dude wasn't invited? If he a nasty
Stepdad.
work dude like this, yeah.
Trivelle,
And Uncle Cook come. You look, I couldn't invite my cousins.
There's some people that have
like
never.
this.
The hell
Yo,
outta
there's
here,
some
man.
people. There's some people that have never stolen in their life. Okay, they've never. Let
I've
me
stolen,
speak.
so
Let me
it's not-
fucking
he's not talking
speak,
about me.
nigga. There's some people that have never stolen in their life, and out of nowhere,
They steal.
there's a desperate situation that occurred, and they stole.
Is this
Does
Aladdin? When he sold a loaf of bread?
So no, what my fucking point is, that doesn't mean now you're telling me, well, He's always been a stealer. That's why he ended up doing
You only
it.
need to do it once, though, apparently, in society.
So if that's the case, then I'm with you.
This is a buster.
That's what I'm with you. We're not talking about like at no point in this conversation did I say this is an honorable, amazing father. I love what he did. This is
honor
a great
that father
thing.
and mother so that
What
your
I
days may be
said,
longer
what
than
I
the days of the
what-
Lord that he's given
what I
you.
said is if he was, because we're now all making interpretations
Yeah,
of
and
this.
I will do research and find out for the next episode. But yeah, go
We
ahead.
are
That is the
going
last
off
word.
of interpretation of a 6-7 sentence write up in a group.
2 paragraphs.
Okay? If in fact the man was forget what he just did. I'm talking about from 2 years old till before the graduation. If he was considered to that daughter a good dad to her the entire time, a good dad
Yes.
from 2 months, till the graduation.
Yes.
And that graduation time was the first time he found out
Yes.
that he wasn't like that with her.
Yes.
And she chose a lot of other people over him because she in her mind, let's say the parents is not the one who
Yes,
decided
yes,
this.
yes.
She's like, no, I want my uncle because he did
Yes,
this.
yes,
I
yes.
want my this,
Yes,
this.
yes,
And
got it.
all of that
Yes,
situation.
yes.
Then it was a rude awakening for him that he was literally unprepared for.
Yes.
And due to his unpreparedness,
Yes.
he decided to react 1,000% emotionally, but it is justified for him to do the action that he decided to take that situation
hold
on.
on. No. Hey.
Yo, you don't understand. You don't listen to
Hold
words.
on, hold
It's
on.
okay. You don't listen to words.
I know.
It's okay. Don't
Now,
listen
both
to
of
words.
you sit
Go ahead.
down and listen.
Go ahead.
I'm going to end it off because in listening to this scenario,
Everyone's allowed to act how they want to
Yes,
act. yo.
I know. So listen to the scenario. I understand.
What? Yeah, you are.
Can I speak?
Yeah, you are.
So let me speak. You've spoken over each other.
Because
We've
your
heard
father
and
is
we
a father a
haven't heard.
human being? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, continue.
Here's the thing that I think people need to know at home for those who've watched up to this point. I understand why you're speaking the way you are. And
Well, how?
Trivelle, let me explain
What
to you.
what is it that you understand that I'm speaking about? Because I don't think you do.
OShauN is speaking the way he's speaking because he knows firsthand how a lot of terrible fathers with these people, with these women that exist in their life. And he is thinking about knowing how bad these fathers were. If there was a stepfather who was in those scenarios, who came in and got precedent over these terrible human beings who are biologically and bloodly related to this person, that would be a huge disrespect. And I understand. And I understand where Trivelle is coming from because he is a product of a home that is 2 separate parents. So he's looking at it from that vantage point and looking at what you're saying and saying, even though what you're saying and what you think is the truth, the way that this father is acting in the brass tacks way, when it comes down to it, if you're truly a father, and being a father sometimes is not, and I'm having the last word, it's not getting your way. It's sometimes stepping back. There's a lot of situations in my daughter's life that does not get to go my way. And I have to sit there and think, is me causing ruckus and being combative and trying to make this difficult because there's some business to stand on? Is this going to make her life better or worse? And I have to, unfortunately, because I am the father, I have to take a step back and accept whatever it is for the betterment of my child. And if you've decided to be someone's child voluntarily,
you're missing one ingredient.
so you're gonna overlap what I'm saying.
You're missing the ingredient. You made that child, and there's always going to be a little bit more. Bro.
So then, okay, and that's what we're gonna end because you just made his fucking point, ladies and gentlemen.
I didn't make his fucking point, nigga. How did I make his
comment,
point?
and subscribe.
I literally said that she.
So you might want to sit down for this episode 87.
I don't like when you guys do that when I'm trying to talk.
Oh, no, please.
Because you guys think that you're just right.
No. But you just said that he made them.
No.
So hold on, here's the after
The guy already-
episode.
You guys have
No,
already
put the
stated-
mic. The mic is on.
I'm done talking because I never said he's over the other dad. Like I never said he's over the actual father.
Okay.
You guys are acting as if I'm saying.
I didn't say that.
No, but Trivelle he's agreeing as if I even said it earlier. I reminded you guys. I am talking about there's 8 seats, not 2. If there was 2, like you just described about Naeli, yeah, the biological father and mother.
If he's not an asshole.
Even if he was an asshole. And I'm telling you, if I'm a stepdad and my daughter that I've been taking care of since 2 years old, that's not my literal kid, and she only gets 2 seats, and she chose her deadbeat dad, I'm not going to be like...
Assuming that he's deadbeat, of course, because we don't have this information.
We don't know. We're just going off of assumptions.
Off of just 2 paragraphs.
Everything is off of assumptions.
Yes,
okay?
but you can make the context based on the information.
I already made my point clear that if the man has been proven to be... a dishonorable
and a terrible
the entire time.
Because remember, the relationship with the mom and dad is different from the relationship with the child.
Yes, if he was just giving her stuff, but he's been an asshole to her this whole time.
Right.
And she now found almost like, nigga, my most important day. I know. Thank you for paying for my car insurance, or thank you for paying for my
health insurance, and
But I've never fucked with you this entire time. Therefore, you're not coming to my graduation.
If that's how you took it,
I'd rather choose my aunt, and I'd rather choose my uncle
and my boyfriend.
Choose my boyfriend. I could understand, but
because before you said you didn't understand.
But I said no.
You said he can get the fuck out of here.
He could get the fuck out of here because he's one of the least. He's on the least.
The least to you,
because
not to
guess
her.
what? Well, for me, I've been in relationships, Chris. If my girl tells me I have 5 seats for something, but I only have for my mom, my dad, my sister, and her nephew, and whatever the case may be, I'm not going to be like, oh, you need to get your sister. I would understand it because that's your immediate family. So as a real boyfriend should be like, a real boyfriend shouldn't say, oh, wait a second. No. I thought I'm your man. I should be there. No. I have understanding that the family is going to come first before me, no matter what. Maybe when I'm married, that's what I'm married to you. Then I get to get that extra seat. But if I'm just a boyfriend, yes, that's why I said the boyfriend can kick rocks, the aunt can kick rocks, and the uncle can kick rocks over the stepdad that was taking care of her or was in her life since 2 months old. This is not a conversation about should the real dad be there or the dad that's been providing stepdad be there the whole time. That is not the conversation. And y'all niggas is making it seem as if that's the conversation I'm
he's
having.
a product of 2-parent household. I'm a father, so don't
I
put
know,
us
but
in
you
the
two, but
I know,
you
don't
two,
put
but
putting us
you
in the
two-
same category is
I'm
disingenuous.
talking about what I was saying. You
but
both
don't
were,
put us in a both category because you're not getting your point
started to
across.
end off the conversation by saying
I see both
you as
of
a dad would have to put the child first.
I'm saying what I would do just generally.
You
that
didn't.
doesn't mean
You
that I'm
said what
agreeing
you
with
would do
him
as the
or
real
Trivelle.
dad.
I'm saying
You-
that
now-
I'm a passive person.
So why don't you say what you would say as the stepdad in the situation? Because
I know,
maybe
but
you
I'm not- I know.
maybe you haven't dated girls that were you would if you stayed they already had a kid and you didn't have a kid and you would be the
I guess we'll find out.
because I have.
I guess we'll find out.
You turned him up?
No, it's off. I've been in that situation.
You're being dishonest.
How?
Because, brother, I know your character.
Bro,
If you're in a woman's life,
yeah.
If you're in a woman's life and you take on the responsibility of being present to her child, you would not hold nothing against the child, even if they hurt your feelings.
But you're saying present now.
Okay, if you're like, I'm bringing the same example, right?
So if I'm taking care of her like my child.
So I'm saying, I'm just saying generally. If I read this and it was you, I would already know. There's no way he's been around the child from when she was 4 months and married the mom at 2 without understanding what that is. Then there's no way that he's been providing for her, having her in the house, making her feel as part of the family, all the way up to the point of her getting to graduation. Okay? And then when the graduation comes, I know you. When the graduation comes and you don't get invited, there are 2 things your brain's going to do. If I know the man you are.
Tell me.
The first thing your brain is going to do is, man, I'm hurt.
Okay.
Which he said he was. Yeah.
The second part your brain is going to do is, what is in this child's mind that she doesn't know I'm her dad and I want to be there? You're not going to take her. You're not going to take her off nothing. Even in your anger, you can be as angry as you want.
You're
not going to take her off everything.
You're missing one
and
point.
then go reject her even more, a girl child, and tell her go back to your dad.
You're missing
the fuck out of here.
But you're missing.
You're not going to do that.
But you're missing my point.
Am I right about that though?
Yes, but you're missing. But you're missing one part though.
What's the part?
The part that you're missing is I never said what he did is what I would do.
There's no place for what he did.
But what I am telling
inexcusable.
But what I am telling you is, if this was my situation, me and her's relationship is not gonna be the same again after that.
And it's clearly not.
No, and you got to.
No, if
you and the daughter,
me and the daughter, our relationship will never be the same again after that.
Oh, never
For me.
You're not gonna have to fix it and repair it. You wouldn't want to fix or repair it.
After one graduation?
Come on, you're not being honest.
It wouldn't be different after one
The
grading
thing
graduation.
that I was having a hard time with
saying is
you were saying that like this guy had any problem. I know you don't believe any of this is defendable.
Would never. Well, I won't say never. We'll change.
It's hard. You gotta fix it.
No, wait. And how do you fix it? Since you're just telling me about how do you fix an event that has now passed that you've told me that all of these people are over you in
the event.
So what is the fixing?
The event's
I'm
not
still
the issue.
alive.
The issue is how you feel about the event. And let me tell you something. Let's say something because the cameras are off. Make sure they're off.
Don't worry, I'm not gonna.
There's nothing that
I'm gonna say
to me after that that's gonna be like.
You have been in enough toxic relationships where because the person did you something that broke your heart, and you thought, you know what? This means there's something unhealthy between us, and you took it upon yourself to try and fix it. I saw you did it for people that weren't even somebody you claimed as your child. So you're not gonna be able to sit here and tell me that you wouldn't try and fix it. You can't tell me. You can't convince me of that.
I didn't say I wouldn't try to.
So then any man who does that to a little girl child,
same again.
brother.
That's what I'm saying.
To me,
yeah, but same again doesn't mean
you would try and fix it.
If I thought we were good this entire time. Sorry, if I thought that I won't even say.
For you to expect to go, it's because you think you're good.
Huh?
For you to expect to go to the graduation, it's because you think you and her are good.
Yeah.
I've been around broken homes. I've been around broken homes. I've been around broken homes similar, but it's very clear. The man came from my mom. He's not fucking with me.
Exactly.
And I've seen that, and that nigga should not get it.
We're not talking about those.
But how do we know he's not that type of nigga?
That's what I'm saying. We're going off assumption. So I wanted to make my own.
But that's what I'm saying.
I was making my own if he just found out.
And what I'm saying is that is impossible. Because
we can't say
if you're your type of good father, nigga, you don't take her off shit. The moment you take her off shit, I know the type of father you are, which is a bullshit father. Because who does that? The man said, I'm not providing for her no more, send her out.
Jackie Chan
Who would do that?
on his own flesh and
I know,
blood.
Jackie Chan's a terrible person.
I don't see anybody treating him any different.
They do. They repost that thing every fucking.
And what has it done to his money? What has it done to his career? What has it done to his?
I haven't seen Rush Hour 4 be greenlit.
I'll be real.
Rush Hour 4 hasn't been greenlit.
That
nigga is everywhere.
Whether his movies get greenlit,
Because he has a new movie. Because the movie business wants to repurpose old movie IP, so that's different. They need him.
Bro.
But they're not making him for new stuff. He's been in Ghost.
All I'm saying is, if I was to interpret this story as the man was stunned, we've all done things where we're so hurt that the reaction that we first do in the hurt is not the best one or the right one, but it's the one that's.
Hi there. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule, life, and business to take a listen and a gander and a watch. So you might want to sit down for this. Now, I know at the end of these episodes I've pretty much said a bunch of nothing, but today I have one simple prompt and request for those of you that watch us on YouTube. If you press play on one of our clips, either the full episode or one of the segments, I have one simple, beautiful request. That you watch in its entirety until it is over. That helps the algorithm tell other people, hey G, gosh darn it, that video was so neat that we want to show it to other people. Because if you don't do that, and you listen and watch for 5 seconds, or a second, or 5 minutes, it tells people, we think that shit was just trash. But hey, if you think it's trash, there's no problem with that. Just make sure you leave a comment saying, we hate how you guys talk over each other. We hate how you guys yell. We hate how you talk about stuff that we don't care about. Leave that in a comment. But if you don't feel that way, and you respect and love us, and you've been listening and watching since day one, and you press play on one of our clips or full-length videos of the episode, watch it for its entirety. Even if you gotta go do stuff like change your baby's diaper, or wipe your own ass on some Big Daddy shit, then do that. But leave the video playing. We would appreciate, love, and respect you for it. And also, if there's one other thing I need to tell you that is so important for you to understand and remember in your life.
This concludes our broadcast.
You might want to sit down for this.